head coach. Welcome, everybody. Worcester, Massachusetts is the site. And tonight, one of these teams will indeed make it to the Frozen Four. The Fighting Sioux take on the Boston College Eagles. This is how they got here last night's game. Boston College, a very tough game against Mercyhurst, while North Dakota shut out Boston University by a score of 4-0. Hello, everybody. I'm Gary Thorne along with Bill Clement. Delighted to have you with us. We look at two young, really experienced now goaltenders because they are red hot at the end of the season and coming into this game.
And Gary, we often talk about goaltenders having to be the best penalty killers for their teams. Well, we expect a lot of power plays. They're both going to have to be good. And Jordan Parise for the Fighting Sioux in North Dakota was a huge part in killing 10 power plays against them. Boston University had 10, but here's the real story. To get to Jordan Parise, you got to fight your way through the biggest, toughest, strongest defenseman in all of Division I hockey. At the other end, the freshman Corey Schneider. He allowed 4 goals against the upstart team from Mercyhurst. Did he play well? Yes, I think he played very well, and he was at his best in the third period when he had to stop 2 breakaways to preserve the 1-goal win. Both of these guys will be hot under the spotlight here for this game.
And this is a great matchup. These two teams have fought for a national championship twice before. Tonight, it's the right to move on to the Frozen Four. When we come back, which one of these teams will see their season end, and which one will have a chance to be at the Frozen Four at Columbus, Ohio? That's what we're here to find out. Back, everybody, here in Worcester. This is the site of the Eastern Region, one of 4, the DCU Center, downtown Worcester, where we are right now for this game. And for the Sioux, led by Colby Genoway.
What an offensive dynamo he was last night in their game. 2 goals, 2 assists, and he's going to be important in this game because he QBs the power play from the point. He's a forward that moves back there. And Patrick Eves does the same for Boston College. After 2 weeks off skates, he came back and played yesterday. He also is a forward that moves back onto the power play point. These 2 players will be key here.
We have the CCHA officials who worked one of last night's game back in this one. Matt Chigos is the referee working our game tonight, and ready for one of these teams to move on to the Frozen Four in Columbus, Ohio, as the playoffs continue. And as we move along tonight, we'll update you on the other games that were played. Boston College, they will have Ryan Shannon out there ready to take the face-off. Rory McMahon is ready to take it, Fighting Sioux, and we are underway. Albert plays it on the near side. He and Brennan start defensively for Boston College. Pinned up at center. We'll see how this game was officiated as far as the tightness we saw. Very tight calls made in the game last night. That'll be swept out of there by the Sioux, and this will be an icing call as it crosses the red at the other end. What a way to start your head coaching career at Division I.
Well, it looks good now, Gary, but Dave Haxtell took a lot of heat halfway through this season when his team was struggling. Remember, as recently as a month ago, they were a bubble team to make the final 16 and the NCAA tournament. But Dave Haxtell simply stayed the course, stuck to the plan, stuck to his system, stuck to how he motivates players, and it absolutely worked. He deserves a lot of credit for staying the course when the heat was cranked up in December.
These are the 1 and 2 seeds in the East. So far, all of the number 1 seeds in all of the 4 regions have won. And the number 1 seed in this region is led by just the opposite from Haxtell, a 33-year veteran behind the bench, Jerry York.
First thing Jerry York said when I saw him this morning is, boy, Cinderella teams are hard to beat. And therein lies the expectation that goes with the number 1 seed. And Mercyhurst, the Lakers from Erie, Pennsylvania, gave Jerry York and his crew all they could handle.
Green face-off win deflected off the draw shot taken by Murphy. Green, Murphy, and Collins out there for Boston College. Leahy trying to dump that one in. Fuhr's there to take it away. Fuhr sends it in. Can't convert. Got it back. Fuhr shot once, twice. Puck still loose. Shot deflected. Score! It's in! They could not find the handle on that as Corey Schneider made about 3 saves on it. Spirko kept charging in towards the net. We'll see who they give credit to, but it is an early goal for the Fighting Sioux.
And this is the Fighting Sioux from North Dakota at their best. They will score ugly goals. There's nothing pretty about scoring a second or third chance on a rebound, but they just keep coming. Watch the green jerseys that get to the paint. 4 of them. 4 of them looking for loose pucks. They were able to find it first. Look at them. They're all standing up. Not one green jersey down on his back. The big, strong Fighting Sioux. Yes, they've got skill up front. They've got big size on the blue line. But when it really comes time to play their best, they do it scoring ugly goals just like that. Driving goaltenders.
Zajac was the last to touch. He is only a freshman. Picks up his 16th goal of the year. And Zajac makes it a 1-0 game. Now, all goals here in the NCAA championship playoffs are reviewed.
Now we'll see if anybody was in the crease.
Yes, there was.
Remember, BU scored a goal that was disallowed against North Dakota. Oh, gosh, it's hard to tell from that angle.
And the official is on the telephone upstairs. Matt Chigos, the referee. All goals are reviewed. You do not drop the puck until the video replay room has said that it is a good goal. And they're wondering whether anyone was in the crease when this goal was scored.
Take another look at it from this angle.
Ooh.
Boy, it's really hard to tell.
Bill, that's almost one of those where he had to skate up over the paint.
Yep, it's going to count, isn't it? Nick Fuhr was number 8, and it looked like he lifted his skate. There was also Travis Zajac was just outside of the crease himself, but Nick Fuhr looked like he got his skate out in time, and that's so interesting because North Dakota had a game-turning goal disallowed for BU yesterday against them. So both calls that were crucial so far have gone their way in this tournament.
42 seconds into the game, Zajac gets his 16th of the year. Fuhr and Snyder will pick up the assists on it. Adams is going to have to play this. So the Fighting Sioux are on top by a score of 1-0. They had the 28th numbered offense in NCAA hockey during the season. Backhander Snyder has to hang on, and he does. Another good effort as Eric Fabian was coming across the middle, a sophomore out of Roseau, Minnesota, and almost got one on Snyder again.
Corey Schneider is just a big kid, 19 years old. He's 6'2". Tips the scales at 205, and he is an imposing figure when he gets down in this crouch in the crease. You don't see much net, but there again, that's what North Dakota does better than any team in NCAA Division I hockey. Take the puck to the paint. They'll run over people to score goals. Forget pretty goals. Ugly is beautiful to North Dakota.
Keep in mind that Snyder has never lost a game here in his young college career. He is only a freshman, Vancouver's #1 pick in net for Boston College. He has gone 13-0-4 in the games that he has played this year. Smaby coming back to get it, won't have to touch it. That crosses the line. Another icing call, and we have a stutter start here in the first period of this final game here in the East. There you see the goals. They allowed a goal. Boston College did. 27 seconds against Mercyhurst last night and 42 seconds tonight. So they're giving them up early. Last night they battled back and took care of it. Milling moves in to take the face-off. It's sitting right there along the dot. Big battle going on, and it'll be run out of there by the Eagles. Havern was up ahead of the play. Havern on the near side coming back for it. Havern of BC got pinned up against the wall. It'll be dug out by Smaby. Smaby, big man, tough to play off the puck, number 27. He is 6'5", 220. Smaby out of Minneapolis. Smaby doing battle back there right now, and that long reach helped him out there as well. Cleared up the boards and out of the zone. Perfect is in there, sent in, almost had the breakaway. I don't think Lee Marvin realized how much room he had. Nobody was back at the points when we shoved back out the center. Just knocked away by Giotto. Both teams want to make a line change here. Played back by Matt Green. Green and Jones on defense, and a big hit on the near side. They're still hanging on as Alberts put a real shot on Havern, and a whistle on the far side, a holding call away from the play, and we're going to get our first power play of the game.
That's kind of interesting. No call on the near boards, but the call was away from the play. There's the big man Matt Green from North Dakota. He came in to help Lee Marvin, number 13 for North Dakota, because the big man on the blue line for BC, Andrew Alberts, had leveled Marvin. Look at Matt Green, he'll chop. He is so strong, Matt Green is, and he's the only player for North Dakota that uses a wooden stick. Why? Because they don't break as easily on chops like he just leveled on Albert.
Well, North Dakota is going to be short-handed. Boston College, the 20th best power play in the country, goes up against the 14th best penalty killing unit. BC trying to get it tied. Shot held onto at the side of the net. Good hard chance, and Jordan Parise was there as Martin went for holding at 2-11, and Parise had to stop Shannon.
Well, Jordan Parise has been spotted the lead again, just as he was yesterday in the game against Boston University. And BU wasn't unhappy with the chances that they generated, but they went 0 for 10 on the power play. And if you're not unhappy with your chances, that means the goaltender was great, and Parise was.
Albert's working the point. Boyle, number 10, their leading power play goal scorer. Eves, a shot gets blocked. He'll come back to get it. Eves was the Hockey East Player of the Year, first-round pick for the Ottawa Senators. Played off the far side by McMahon and out of the zone. Power play underway here for Boston College as the Eagles had a lot of chances against Mercyhurst. 3 for 11 in that game last night on the power play. Boyle, big trip up as Smaby went down. Cleared around the boards. Eves working a point, cannot hold that in. It'll be chased down by Shannon at center. 1-0 lead early in this game. 4 total shots to start, with the Fighting Sioux having 3 of those 4. Brought back in by Shannon. There's a second shot for BC, and Parisi hangs on. A couple of chances for Shannon early in the first period.
Tremendous captain for Boston College in his senior year. He was only 5'9", 180 pounds, from Darien, Connecticut. And Jerry Orca said he's as good a player as he's ever coached at any college that he's coached. And he's really an unbelievable composite. He's got TV heartthrob looks, but he's got tremendous social skills. He's an unbelievable hockey player, and academically he's a star. I mean, ultimately, whether it's hockey or another field, Ryan Shannon's going to be successful.
Losey now comes into play on the power play, number 8. Shot through a screen, but that one's going to go wide. 54 seconds left on the advantage. Boston College will mix up the lines a little bit on the power play. Ned Havrin, number 27, is out there. Jose drops it along the line, gets it back. They try and set up in front through the screen. That one's wide, as it could not be redirected. And the little man out in front, Dave Spina, that time. That one's going to be tipped on the return pass by McMahon.
Watch North Dakota force. I mean, they pressure everywhere. And BC knows if they can make 3 good passes, they're going to get a scoring chance. But you got to pass through players, because North Dakota's lane selection of how they pressure is just about perfect.
Running out of time here. Billing went down the near side boards, couldn't control it. Green will move it out. Boston College back in the attack. Porter picks the stick up on him. 10 to go on the power play. Great play by Porter. Puck still has not come outside the line, and it didn't. Adams, good job to hold it in. Backed into the middle. They get a second chance. Power play, though, is going to be over. They do not convert on it. And 0 for 1 on the power play for Boston College. They did get a couple of chances. Both teams over the boards. Collins dumped that one back into the middle. Chris Collins, Matt Green, and Ryan Murphy on this line. Parise clears it around the far side. Fabian trying to move it out of there, could not. He got dumped, held in by Collins. Collins trying to find a little room. Forehand, couldn't get the shot off as he got cut off. Forehand chance there was blocked. Rebound into the middle. That gets stolen on the poke check. Good play by Matt Smaby, who reached in for the Fighting Sioux and deflected that before a shot was taken. Cleared up the near side wall. Fabian had it blocked by Green. Sends it back for Brennan. Brennan back pass. In front shot covered. Snyder's got that one. A cough up by the Eagles. Right in front of their own goaltender. But he saves their bacon on that one. A 1-0 lead. Fighting Sioux on top. Well, 1-0 lead. Fighting Sioux looking to move on to the Frozen Four, these two teams.
That is their captain, Matt Green, at 6'4", 225. He really plays like the Incredible Hulk. He killed almost that entire penalty. Was off for only about 10 seconds in the middle of it.
Colorado College has become the first team to move to that Frozen Four, as they picked up the victory today against Michigan. Score! And right now the Fighting Sioux are on their way to Columbus as well if they keep this up. They are just jumping all over Boston College as the Eagles continue to make mistakes down low, and they're coughing up the puck and right in front of their own goaltender, and that was Porter.
It's their top line, Rory McMahon, with a tremendous pass, and it started right off the faceoff. But BC lost sight of the puck, and Rory McMahon, I think, was the only guy that followed the biscuit behind his center counterpart, and Rory McMahon was perfect on the pass to Chris Porter. 2-zip off the power play. And then again, this is North Dakota out-muscling people in the trenches. This is what they do. This is how they win.
They're getting it done early in this game. We're not even 5 minutes in yet. Porter gets his 11th of the year. McMahon the assist on it at 4:59. It was only the second face-off that North Dakota has won in this game. As Boston College has dominated on that, that's going to be an icing call. So they have scored the 2 goals on 5 shots the Sioux have here in the first 5 minutes.
And now a guy like Patrick Eaves is really going to have to step it up, and it's going to be very difficult. He has a right-hand shot that plays the left wing on the top line. That means when he is on the ice, you know who he is going to be coming down against. Mr. Incredible Hulk himself, Matt Green. The 3 Matts, Jones, Green, and Smaby for North Dakota, all, well, they average 6'3", 212 pounds.
Got to find some offense now. That shot is ripped wide. Albert's coming over along the near side to try and hold it in, as Brian O'Hanley had the chance on the other side. Cleared back in around the net. Schneider, and it'll be out of the zone. BC will have to get back on side. Andrew Alberts, draft pick of the Boston Bruins. Snyder knocked that one down. Cleared back in. Sadek's pass intercepted by Alberts. Back up. Havrin drops it off. Couldn't be handled. Zajac came back to get it. He'll just dump it into the wide side corner. Territorially, here in the first, The Fighting Sioux have had the puck down low in front of Schneider where they wanted, and they've been able to put it home when they've gotten it there. Spirko on the far side stole it, moved it over Stafford. Stafford dumps it in, and there'll be a line change. Won't matter, a whistle anyway, as another icing is called.
Well, we saw what North Dakota can do with the lead, didn't we, yesterday against Boston University. That's what they've got now. Mind you, we've got a ton of hockey left to play. But Dave Hackstall's guys have settled down game after game and week after week since the Christmas holidays and seem very comfortable against just about anybody once they get the lead.
Boston College came into this weekend with the second best goals against as a team at 1.82. They've had to struggle with that here. They gave up 4 goals against Mercyhurst.
And they're already past their average today.
Yeah, and we're not even, 13:56 to go in the period. A long way to go here. That'll be flipped up and over the glass and out of play. And this play here in the first period also favors the Fighting Sioux. A lot of icing, stoppages, a lot of whistles. So we're getting face-offs and then grind it into the end and get it in front of the net.
And I think this has to be the longest stretch of 5-on-5 hockey, or at least the fewest amount of penalties in a 6 or 7 minute stretch that we have seen.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm not sure if the refs have decided to call fewer, or if the players have decided that they're not going to touch anybody.
It's like the players have adjusted a little bit. The sticks are down. Mason won the face-off, as North Dakota will have to play it back into their own ends. Maybe Radke on defense. Into the middle, Kennedy. Brian Kennedy, a senior out of Alaska, dumps it back in. Schneider back to get it. Schneider played it around the boards. And the Eagles trying to run it long. Rooney will bring it up. Rooney had a 3-on-2 for a moment. Fighting Sioux get back on it, though. Rooney on a wall pole. Dumped it back in behind the net. Brian Boyle back there. He had a goal in last night's game. Boyle now and on the season with 19 goals. Adams trying to pins it up against the wall. Good job by Adams. His dish back, though, is going to be blocked and played by Filling. Quinn Filling takes it around the net. The Sioux back on the attack. Caught Boston College in a little line change there. Fabian tried to drag that one for a shot. Had to take it away. Fabian gets the stick up. That's where you're going to see penalties called, but they let that one go. Last night, anytime any of the guys had a stick up at all, it was a penalty. Green, Kirby took him off the play. Green tried to follow it in, partially blocked this, attempted out, wasn't hit with a high stick. Collins dumped it back down low, back to him. Collins just a little behind him. Collins was ready to deal on that one, but he couldn't get it. Ozzy sends that back into the zone. Collins will kick it. Backhands it in front. What a pass! Deflected wide. Tremendous setup. Great play. Murphy had the opportunity. Puck still free. Collins with a tremendous setup. That'll be set a little bit deeper. Boston College needs a change. Penalty coming up against the Sioux, and they get a whistle. And there's the whistle. It'll be a holding.
Big Mac Green was without his stick, and he started to argue the call right away. But holding is the infraction, so he will go. And when he holds you, it's usually a major bear hug if he gets a hold of you. He is so strong. And if you see him, he just looks like Paul Bunyan. Great play there, though, from Collins to Murphy, and it was on edge, the puck was, so it rolled off the back of Murphy's stick. I thought Murphy had a tremendous game in their game yesterday. Really fast.
Holding call at 7:37. This will be the second power play of the game for the Boston College Eagles. Boyle on the faceoff. Tried to tie that up, could not. It's cleared out of the zone.
They had possession on the faceoff, Gary, and the pass back to the point hit the linesman's skate. He hasn't been able to vacate the dot yet.
Perfect there, took care of it. This penalty creating the second power play. 2 shots on the first for Boston College. Boyle went back to get it, tried to block it, could not, moved up. Perfect. Able to clear it up to McMahon, and McMahon clears the zone. Oh, the Fighting Sioux killing off, or trying to kill off the second penalty. They gave up only 33 power play goals during the season. They were at 88% effective in killing off penalties. Battle along the wall. Shannon came over to try and help. Played back in behind the net, but nobody there. And the Sioux will clear it out again.
You know, patience and the word passive, they don't fit anywhere in North Dakota's vocabulary. It doesn't matter if they're 5-on-3, 5-on-4, they're going to pressure.
They do not make mistakes, and they make you work for the puck. They can run the puck around the wall in about any situation as well as any team I've seen in a long time. Stafford, the lone forechecker up there, down to 50 left on the power play for Boston College. Played between the legs. Good save. Bertram trying to knock in the rebound, and it went into the corner. Dave Spina man the run at it. Jose comes back over to get it, sends it in. It'll go behind the net. Bertram is back there. Dan Bertram, the freshman out of Calgary. He got knocked down, cleared up, not out. Now a chance for a 2-on-1. Filling comes the other way, short-handed. Filling 2-on-2 shot that got blocked, deflected up and into the netting. 25 left on the BC advantage.
Well, we've talked about North Dakota's size, especially on the blue line. The three mats are all huge. The one man that can match up against them size-wise with some left over is Brian Boyle at 6'7", 235. Especially now that they're down 2 goals. He's got to play a big man's game, which he's learned to play this year. Last year as a freshman, he played a 5'7", 165-pound game. Why? Because he'd always been able to. I mean, he's a skilled guy. But Jerry York and his staff worked very hard with him this year, and he's now starting to play a big man's game. Well, now's the time.
Another big face-off win by McMahon. Burbick had the opportunity, and a save made by Snyder, and that was a short-handed. And now Boston College struggling to get it out of the zone. They've got one more run at it. Green in the middle. Burbick had moved over on him. 8 left on the power play chance. Adams into the zone. Adams dumped it into the middle. Gets blocked into the corner. Good play by Matt Jones on defense at the side of the net. Cleared around, not out of there. Burbick tried to clear and could not. Power plays over. 5-on-5. And a whistle as a hand pass is called. Great to have you with us. The winner looking to make it to the Frozen Four. This is the Eastern region in Worcester. And that's the goal that came early in the game. One more added, 2-0. Colorado College with a victory over Michigan today moves into that Final Four seeding. One of these two teams going to join them. A couple more will be decided in tomorrow's play. As we move on, looking to the Final Four that'll be played there April 7 and April 9 in Columbus, Ohio for the Frozen Four. Off the far side, Spirko came over, knocked it away into the corner. Snyder, the Sioux in their road green. Boston College, white jerseys, cleared back into the middle. Zajak's pass up ahead is onside. Stafford shot, scores! Drew Stafford. He had the game-winning goal last night, and he gives the Sioux a 3-0 lead.
What a nifty move. And North Dakota stretching the play out. Excellent puck movement. It went from the left boards to the middle, then back over to the left. Stafford did a great job reaching back and pulling the puck forward. Watch, from the boards to the middle. I got Stafford open, but he had to pass it behind him to get by a stick. Beautiful play by Stafford. This line, and this is the line, even though Stafford scored yesterday, Gary, we said that Zajac, Spirko, and Stafford were due to light it up, to watch for them today. And right now they've got 2 of the 3 goals.
Boy, the Sioux are really putting it on here. Keep in mind, Snyder came into this game with a goals against average of .166 and a .927 save percentage. And we're only halfway through the first period, and they have scored 3 goals on 7 shots. And that is not a negative on Corey Snyder, because the chances against him have been down low. They've been tough shots.
No chance on the first 2. Breakaway, yeah, you hope your goalie can make a breakaway save. That was a nifty move by Drew Stafford.
Stafford gets his 13th goal of the year at 10-10. Spirko and Zajac pick up the assists on it, and a 3-0 lead, and that'll be whistled as it's underneath the pile in the corner. Now Jerry York has got to find a way to get this Boston College team fired up and believing again. Bill and I both noted it right from the very start of the game. His club looked a little bit like it had the yips.
They looked like a team that was aware that every time they touched the puck they were going to get hit. And they coughed up the puck a couple of times. Well, now you can forget about that. I mean, you've just got to put your nose in there and get it busted if you have to through your cage.
Boyle won the face-off to Bertram, cleared back on a point shot, deflected, rebound right at the side of the net. Parise was able to knock it away on the attempted jam home by Boyle. Leahy dumps it into the corner. Bertram coming over after it hit the man instead of the puck. It'll be played up along the wall, not out of the zone. Sioux will try it again. This time it's kicked away to center. Boyle put the hit on, dumped back in. BC was going to be offside, didn't touch it. Boyle knocked it down. Leahy. Bertram coming back deeper into his own end. Brennan rather cleared back out of there, but Boston College now having trouble getting this thing set up in the 5-on-5. Good move to move it by Smavey. Smavey, little bump pass, Brennan there to knock it away. Smavey was trying to get over the boards, sent it in, came off in the corner, back up for Rooney, and Rooney will turn it up ice for the Eagles. Big start here for the Fighting Sioux. Move back in, Brennan shot. At the end of the pads and wide, up along the wall. Shannon tried to hold it in and could not. Zajac got it up ahead. Boy, there was another break if that had connected, as Spirko had moved ahead. It was all by himself.
And little Rostislav Spirko has not been heard from yet in these 2 games, at least on the goal scoring sheet. But if they get him going, he and Zajac and Stafford really are the line that can create some magic for North Dakota. And they're starting to do it here in their 2nd game.
Shannon moves in to take this face off. Shannon against Zajac. Zajac's going to get chased out of there. Drew Stafford moves in. BC a win on the draw, but they lost it. Zajac dropped it. Has it in front of him. Stafford trying to pick it up. Stafford along the wall. Stafford came back to get it. Stafford trying to center in front, just a little wide. This line is hot. Spirko takes the hit from behind. Spirko is small in size, but you'll find him in front of the net a lot. He's only 5'9", 175 pounder, but he likes to play in that low slot area. Eves is out there. He was looking for a rebound, but Parise will not give him a chance. 7:35 left to go. Period number 1. East Region looking for one of these 2 to make it to the Frozen Four. Snyder wondering where are the goals at the other end. Delighted to have you with us. NCAA Division I hockey. This is the Eastern Region Final featuring the number 1 team, Boston College, and the number 2 team, the Fighting Sioux of North Dakota. With Bill Clement, I'm Gary Thorne. Murphy will move in to take the draw for Boston College. Won the face-off on net. Parise was able to knock it away. Off the far side, Fabian trying to run it out of there. Fabian got hit, but able to clear the zone. Murphy plays it back in. They clear the zone, so no offside whistle will have to be taken here. Back to get it, Nick Fuhr. Fuhr, a senior on defense. He plays a ton. He had a couple of assists in last night's game. Number 8 out there in green for North Dakota. That's Fuhr moving into the corner. Boston College trying to get it out in front of the net. Matt Green had been standing there, but they couldn't find him. Fabian will move it out. Fabian moves it in and sent back in behind the net. Snyder backed it up. He didn't have anybody to go to. Fabian was standing right there in the corner. Kennedy, Fabian, Mason on the puck. Mason being pinned up from behind. Officials want him to move it. Indeed, that's what they do. Get a little help from the D moving in, but it'll be clear.
Remember how effective North Dakota was against Boston University yesterday. Once they got the lead, they got pucks in deep. They worked it along the wall, and they did what they had to do, just kill the clock. Mind you, they got a bunch of clock to kill, but they've got a strong lead right now.
Take a look at what's going on in the other regions. Games, some of which were played today. Colorado College and Michigan are going to move on. A victory by Colorado College today. And we'll see who they're going to play, as right now New Hampshire and Denver are that second round game, you see, is going to be played tomorrow, as Denver got the victory today, and so did New Hampshire over Harvard. So the victories starting to matter as we close in on the teams that'll be in that Frozen Four. Up in the near side for Alberts. Alberts flips it back into the middle offside. They haven't cleared the zone yet.
See what North Dakota did there, Gary. There's no trap. There's no 1-4. They lined up in a 1-2-2, and as soon as Boston College came out from behind their net, they started to take turns pressing.
Open in the middle. Boyle shot, but it got blocked. Boyle gunned that one, had a chance, but Alberts was in front. Rebound on Parise, went wide. Little flurry right here. Pat Gannon in the corner, drops it off. Boyle, Gannon, and Rooney. Boyle using that strength to hold the puck. They cycle it around low. Line change underway here. Flipped in the corner. Penalty coming. And Boston College will go back on the power play.
You know, Boston College has to activate their defenseman, and their big man, Andrew Alberts, cut into the paint and was spun out of control. So Boston College will get another crack on the power. It's a double-edged sword, obviously. You activate your defenseman. They're cutting in. If a pass misfires, you're going to give up an odd man rush, most likely the other way. Right now, does Boston College have a choice? Time's a tick, and it's only the first period, but it's 3-zip. I think it was a good decision by Albert to get in there. Alberts.
Power play goal really needed here. Burpick goes out of there. Alberts off the face-off win as Shannon won it. Cleared back in behind the net. They'll try and get Boyle set up in front here. Their leading power play goal scorer. They can get it to him. He can do a lot of damage, yet he has 13 power play goals. The hooking call came at 14-15. BC 0 for 2 on the power play with 3 shots on the previous chances. Eves playing the point. Eves That one just bounced straight up in the air. He tried to hold it in, and another whistle and another penalty.
Well, he's got 2 of them, though. He just signaled 2.
High sticking and a cross check.
So he's got coincidentals.
Not going to be good for Boston College if they're going to lose their big man Boyle on the power play, and they are.
This will beat North Dakota. I think this 4-on-3 kill that's about to happen here. And that's what it will be, is it not?
Yes.
They got too many players out there. It will be watch North Dakota on their penalty kill, regardless of whether it's a 5-on-3 or 5-on-4. No, because it's coincidentals and there was already a penalty, it's just going to be a 5-on-4. Watch the guys in green and how they press. Look at this. Press, press. They don't give you any time. No respect.
Forcing Boston College to handle the puck quickly and not able to control it. Cleared out of there by Stafford. Minute 18 remaining on this power play. Alberts. Boston College on the advantage. They are down 3-0 in this game, though. Bertram on the far side got hit. Pinned up. Zajac over there. Number 15 for the Sioux. Along the wall. Great battle. Penalty coming again, and this one's got to be on the Fighting Sioux as well.
And it's their big boy. Matt Green's going to go.
Well, we thought the penalties were down. We're going to get them all at once here in this game.
Well, you know what? North Dakota lives by the sword. They die by the sword. I mean, they press. They play an aggressive game, and they will not change the way they play, how they hit, how they do anything, even when they're down a man. And that is why they face probably more 5-on-3s than anybody in NCAA hockey. And sometimes Matt Green is just so strong that he'll take a little guy to another person. It wouldn't be taking anybody that hard. When Matt Green takes him, he'll tip him over, right over.
He goes at 15-17 on the boarding. The BC fans on their feet. They need one here. Eves chance deflected and covered. Rooney with Eves sending it in, and Parise going down. Had it just long enough between the pads. It squirted out just as the whistle sounded.
You know what? Rory McMahon, who took the face-off for North Dakota, had broken his stick on the play. If this thing squirts out, North Dakota's only got 2 guys with sticks in the zone, but Parise was able to squeeze it off. There's number 10 coming back in, but he came back in without a stick.
McMahon makes sure he's got one here now. Rory McMahon, their senior out of Saskatchewan, waiting as they clean up the wood chips off the ice here. 52 seconds on the first Fighting Sioux penalty. 1:55 left on the second.
And because both Smaby and Green are in the penalty box, but it's also something that Dave Hackstall does. He's got 2 forwards and 1 defenseman out here as the 3 penalty killers.
3 goals have been scored in this game as the Fighting Sioux have jumped out on top, and they did so early. Zajac's goal coming at 42 seconds, Porter at 4:59, and Stafford at 10:10, and all 3 even strength goals. BC fans making some noise here. McMahon could not win that face-off. Into the middle shot. Alberts blocked in front, and it clears out of the zone.
Boston College has to get one here. They have to score on a 5-on-3. They're not going to get many opportunities as good as this one in the game, and they're in a big hole.
Rooney's on the near side, bounced away, and it's cleared out of the zone. Filling got it out of there.
See, they're not even retreating. Down 2 men.
They really pressed the puck here on this penalty kill. Filling was even up ice. 1 up and 2 back. Giada near side for Boston College. Lets it go to Alberts. Alberts with Eves. 15 left in the 2-man. Eves high slot. 2 set up in front. Alberts, boy, they don't look like they're in any hurry. Eves again leaves it on top. Shannon Eves, 1-timer, and he hit the metal right off the post that time. Shot. Alberts blocked. Rebound. Alberts shot. Blocked. Rebound. Eves shot. That goes off the outside of the net. And it's a 5-on-4 power play. Back to Shannon. Leaves it for Eves. Eves looking. 1-man advantage now. Shot. Save made. Rebound into the middle is cleared.
The rebounds may be there, but guys in green jump on them all the time. Jordan Parise left a rebound right out in front between the hash marks, and it got cleared.
Final 32 seconds in the 5-on-4. Louise along the near side, lost it. Stafford's got a short-handed breakaway. Stafford's already got a goal. Save made by Snyder.
Chances at the other end for Boston College. 22 seconds now. They've got a 5-on-4 power play. This was the shot that went off the post. They had their chances. Did they come as close as they should have? I don't think so. That one just grazed off the outside of the net. Here's Stafford, man coming back in the middle that took away any kind of move to his backhand, so Corey Schneider was able to take away the short side and eat him up.
3-0 lead, Fighting Sioux. 3 minutes to go here in the period. Boston College, 15 seconds left on their power play. Down the near side boards, nowhere to go. That was Spina who got dumped. Cleared right back out. Louise trying to get into the middle, into the corner. Bertram with it. Bertram takes the hit from behind by Jones. Still loose, penalty over. So all of that time on the power play, and Boston College unable to get anything out of it. And it remains a 3-0 lead for the Fighting Sioux. Stafford tipped it, trying to catch BC into change. Zajac will dump that one in. Adams coming back. Zajac left with him. Collins on the near side. Collins' pass partially blocked. Good work as it's dumped along the near side boards. Fabian wouldn't let it go. Collins tries to clear it out of there. Sent right back in again. They got it from center. Collins back in behind the net. Collins 2 forecheckers up. Adams comes back to help. Adams as the 1-2-2 is set up by the Sioux.
And it won't be a passive 1-2-2. Watch what happens when they come out. Everybody's ready to pounce.
So instead they dump it up to Murphy. Chipped it in on net. Cleared right back out though as Parise is handling the puck. Now Snyder's coming out to get it. Snyder, he dumped it to center. Collins, it went by him. Laid back the other way end to end, but they had not cleared the zone as Mason dumped that one in with 1:38 to go first period. BC has got the edge in shots, but it's 3-0 Sioux. The Fighting Sioux have won 7 national championships. This is their 20th NCAA postseason appearance. BC, they come into their 25th postseason with a couple of championships in 1949 and 2001. And that 2001 championship came against the North Dakota Fighting Sioux. They have met twice in the finals. Snyder coming back to get it. See what North Dakota's done, killing off the power plays.
Question is, can any educational institution from the city of Boston score a goal against North Dakota?
Well, they're going to get another chance. The holding call is Rooney's speed down the wall forced a hold. Not much question about that call. Green's going to go.
His 3rd trip to the penalty box, and he is without a doubt their mainstay back in front of Jordan Parise on the PK.
He led the team in penalty minutes with 78 during the year.
Quickness can overcome strength as long as you hit the strength quickly with explosiveness, and that's what happened there.
Boston College was 20th in the nation on the power play. Something's got to give, you would think, positively for them. Boyle wins the draw. Shannon to Alberts. Over to Eves. Eves the wrister. That gets blocked. And it's cleared out. Spirko got a stick on the shot and blocked it. 1 minute left to go in the period, and Boston College with a lot more than that on this power play. They have gone 0 for 4 with 5 power play shots. The holding call came at 18:49 on Green. They just can't get it set up. McMahon trying to bounce it out of there, and a second chance does clear. Perfect was there.
Another time that North Dakota cleared when a guy didn't have a stick. Andy Schneider, number 6 on defense, was without his twig.
If he'd have had a stick, Perfect would have been off and running in a short-handed breakaway, I think. Alberts dumps that one in. Eves on the far side. It doesn't get to him. Fuhrer got there. Alberts holds it in. His shot, save made. That one taken with a blocker. Jordan Parise got all of that one. Alberts, Boyle taken away by Smaby. Boy, there's some heavyweights right there going at it, and it's cleared. Smaby and Boyle, 2 of the biggest players on the ice. 57 seconds left to go in the power play. Alberts dumped back in. Boyle fell down. Still got the pass off, but it bounced. Sent over. Boyle near side, and that's going to do it in the period. 49 seconds remaining on the power play to start the second. So we've completed a period here. 12 of 8 the shots in favor of Boston College, but it's been offensively the guys in green.
Their penalty killing has been just something to behold. I mean, neither power play, Boston University's yesterday or Boston College's so far tonight, has been able to do anything under the pressure of Dave Haxtell's PK units. They just keep coming at you. They're an attack, assault style team, and they'll do it every time in every situation.
BU went 0 for 10 against them, and tonight no better luck for the Boston College Eagles on the power play.
Well, the big numbers are at the bottom, obviously at the top and the bottom. 3-zip North Dakota through the first period. Here's what we've got. And shots on goal, Boston College, you would imagine, would have more because of their power play time. Scoring chances, though, just about even. Face-offs, Boston College with a huge advantage. That could come back to hurt North Dakota sooner or later. But the big thing so far has been the power plays. North Dakota hasn't even had one. Boston College has had 4 of them, including a 5-on-3, and has not been able to get anything done.
Finally, watching BC trying to leave the ice.
Yeah.
They have to cross in the hallway to their locker rooms, so the officials holds one team up on one period and another the other. They don't want them crossing in the hallway, so they let one team get into the locker room before the other one is in. Matt Green is joining us here. Matt, maybe that's a good idea that the two of you don't get to cross in the hallway when you're leaving the ice, huh?
Yeah, I think so. It's getting kind of heated out there. Anytime it's a single elimination game like this, tempers are going to be running high, so maybe that's for the best, keeping us separated in the back.
Matt, tell us how comfortable you guys are killing penalties. You sure looked awesome. You looked awesome last night. You've had a chance to watch 3 of the kills because you've been in the box, but it looks like you guys are completely at ease out there on the PK. At least you have been the last 2 days.
Yeah, I'd rather be a part of it out there than sitting there watching. But yeah, that's something we had to work through all year with the rule changes that really affected our team a lot. We're a physical team. Our defense is built around that to be strong and physical, and we get a lot of calls against us. So we've had to work in the entire year to perfect our penalty kill because we know we're going to be shorthanded a lot in the playoffs.
And Coach Dave Haxtell doesn't want you guys changing the spots of your leopard suits, does he? You guys are just as aggressive on the penalty kill as you are 5-on-5.
Yeah, that's part of it. We just want to work into our game, just be hard all over the ice and short if necessary too, and make sure we keep that up-tempo game no matter if we're up by 1 or down by 1.
All right, Matt, thanks very much for joining us. Congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
That is Matt Green. He is from Grand Ledge, Michigan, out of the USHL in Green Bay, and has been a big part of a big first period as the Sioux, Stafford having one of them, have a 3-0 lead.
The period here at the East Regionals, it was all North Dakota.
And keep in mind, this North Dakota team, they averaged only 2.98 goals a game, 2.98 a game for the season. So now they've got 3 in the first period. And what we saw in the game last night was that once they've got that lead, Bill, this Fighting Sioux team can really just pin you against the wall and let the clock run.
It plays to their strength because Fuhrer is the only player on the blue line that really moves the puck with any authority. So if you got to generate offense, your defensemen for the Fighting Sioux are not the guys to get that started. If you're playing with a lead, all they got to do is chip it out, chip it out, chip it out.
Boston College has got to remain aggressive, obviously. Fighting Sioux, you know they're going to do that. We've got the second period coming up. Teams making their way back out onto the ice here at the DCU Center in Houston. Our coverage of the NCAA Division I Hockey East Region Final.
Are we in Houston?
Did I say Houston? I said Houston. Holy cow. Here in Worcester, ladies and gentlemen, which is a long way from Houston, even on JetBlue. I have no idea where Houston came from. Wipe that out of your memory as though it never happened. I'll look better if you do.
Speaking of wiping things out, Jordan Parise has wiped out pucks from his crease so effectively. He hasn't allowed a goal now in 4 periods. Yesterday, I'm working on getting you. Houston, we have a problem.
Hang on, Houston. We're coming back into view now. Played back in behind the net. 40 seconds remaining on the Boston College power play to start the second period. Shannon drops it off. Shot, that one just ripped wide over the head of Parise. Power play underway here as Rooney had the opportunity. Rooney down low, won't have a rebound there. Parise there to cover it up. Power play, 28 left for the Eagles.
You know, one of the reasons Jordan Parise had to be good this year is his younger brother Zach turned pro early and left. He was their leading scorer. Well, Zach Parise plays for the Albany River Rats, the New Jersey Devils farm team. Wasn't able to be here for last night's game because Albany had a game. They had a 4 o'clock home game this afternoon. After that game, he jumped in the car. He should be walking in this building right about now.
Maybe a little good luck. He's had pretty good luck so far.
Yeah, not that they've needed it, but they'll take it if they need it.
Cleared back out of the zone. Perfect was there to clear. One more run on this power play for the Boston College Eagles, who've not been able to convert. Shannon moves that one down the boards. He's got room. Shannon circling, centered for Boyle, but it went underneath his stick. 3 left on the power play. Boyle along the wall. His shot save made off the deflection of Jones' stick, and the power play is over. So they do not convert. Run back into the middle. Perfect try to get around, can't, and reaching out and covering it up is Snyder. So 5-on-5, and Mike Perfect, the other end, almost made the turn.
So hard for the Eagles to get to Jordan Parise for anything because of the oak trees that surround him and protect him. Last power play chance by Ryan Shannon. This one by Boyle. The shot, you can see there are always green jerseys in front. Never are the green jerseys outnumbered by the white jerseys of the Eagles from Boston College.
If you are able to hold that one in, dumped it into the corner. Again, it comes back to the line, but nobody there to receive it. Murphy got it and rolled it out to Collins. Collins into the zone. Collins backhander. Save made Parise. And a penalty coming up. Parise got run into by his own man. But there's going to be a hooking call coming here. And it's going to be against the Fighting Sioux.
Matt Smaby, I think, is going to go.
A perplexed North Dakota coach.
Well, Jerry York and the Boston College Eagles cannot say they haven't been given opportunities. The Fighting Sioux of North Dakota, there's Jerry York. They have had, this is power play number 5 they will face. They killed off a 5-on-3. So you can say North Dakota's done a great job, but at some point the team with all the power plays has to look in the mirror and say, this is where we need to get it done.
Got to get it right now. He's not on this power play unit. That one gets blocked straight up in the air by McMahon, and he clears as Smaby's gone for holding at 1:17. BC is 0 for 5 on the power play with 8 shots. Look at the penalty minutes, 14-2.
And the deuce that Boston took was Brian Boyle. That was a coincidental. Didn't even cost them a power play against.
Bertram sends that back in behind the net. O'Hanley is working in the middle. A tip shot blocked. Defenseman able to move that one out of there. O'Hanley off the near side wall. Sent a little deeper.
Zach Parise very active with, or at least Jordan Parise very active with his stick. He was able to deflect one through his paint away.
Boston College desperately trying to find some way to get that puck in the middle. Shot, broken stick. O'Hanley, shot, blocked. He shot that one right into the defenseman. And right there was perfect to block it in front. It's loose, top of the crease, still being jammed up. Shot, reached up, save made, I think. Penalty coming, another whistle, and it's finally held on to. I think Parise actually made a save without a stick on about the 3rd shot, and then another one rolled under the pile.
Somebody sure did, but boy, did Dan Bertram ever pay a price in front. Number 22 for Boston College, the big Hulk, Matt Green, crushed him. I mean, crushed him from behind, and that is Bertram struggling to the bench. And Matt Green is going to go. Watch right here. Oh, the big wooden lumber, and you can call it. And then Matt Green not only leveled Bertram, but then he went for the slash on O'Hanley. Yikes. And I still don't know who that hit. Did Parise make the save?
I think Parise made the save in his chest. 2-man advantage for Boston College.
Talked about Jordan Parise helping himself when there was no help there. He's very active with his stick. He'll reach out in front when he has to. See, there was a perfect scoring chance for BC if Parise doesn't clear it.
Green has now picked up 4 penalties in this game. Matt Green, 2:23. This one for cross-checking. There he is in the box. 54 seconds remaining on the first penalty.
Matt Green's 4th trip to the box.
It's a lot of time off the ice.
I know, and Dave Haxtell told me before this East Regionals even started, he said, look, he said, we want to be a disciplined team. There's no time for dumb penalties this time of year. But I'm going to guarantee you Dave Haxtell is not standing over there saying our team is taking dumb penalties. He's got to be saying to the ref, why are you calling these? They're just playing hockey here in this situation. And Matt Green's penalty, even though it puts him down to 5-on-3, I don't know how a player with Matt Green's mentality doesn't make that play on the back of Dan Bertram. You got to clear bodies and hope you get away with it.
Well, another 2-man advantage. Boston College, this is the 2nd time they've had a 5-on-3. Obviously did not convert the first time. Now they got it again. See what they can do with it. Shannon is working out now. Eves shot high.
Got Eves up, yep, moved him up onto the wing.
Moved Shannon back out. There's Shannon right there playing a point now. The puck went behind him. He gloved it. It came outside the line. and then was brought back in on the offside. So there's the whistle. Boston College has come out very aggressive. They're driving the net. They're trying to make things happen. They've got to do that down 3-0 here in the start of the second.
They especially have to be hungry on their power play. I mean, they have to get bodies to the front of Parise. They know that they got the big oak trees in front, but for that matter, the biggest of all oak trees has been in the box for at least 4 of the power plays. So crash paint, see if you can get a rebound.
They went 2 for 8 in the regular season game against North Dakota, a game that they won in Boston. Still a 2-man advantage. Albert's shot, that got blocked again. Perfect. Boy, did he shoot that one hard. Shannon moves it back in. Heaves. He missed it on the short side. Rebound. Another penalty coming. In the middle, Boston College slashing. I think it's Rooney.
Think so too.
Rooney's going to go, and it will cost Boston College 16 seconds of the 2-man advantage.
Jerry York's wondering if that conversation Dave Hackstall was having with our ref had anything to do with that call.
Thing is, in this game, Bill, these are real penalties. These aren't just the obstruction, hooking, holding.
Not the
these
chintzy
are cross-checkers, slashes.
You bet. They're grown men's penalties.
These are calls that any official's got to make. Faceoff comes out at center. Still got 13 seconds on the power play, but now it's a 5-on-4, and Alberts has got to come back to get it. Well, the specialty teams continue to matter. The slashing at 3:02 on Rooney. Alberts shot, save. Parise saw that one all the way. Boyle, power play is now over. Back out on the ice now. It's a 4-on-4 with the 2 minors still being served. Back into the middle. Shannon shot, save. Rebound. There's none to take a shot at. Ryan Shannon.
I'd like to step in and sit in behind Jordan Parise's eyes right now to see just how big and how slow the puck looks. Well, I'll tell you, nothing seems to phase him. Nice drop pass by Andrew Alberts, and here comes the captain, Ryan Shannon. Tried to use the screen. Parise was able to be cat-like quick, jumping on his own rebound.
Parise has not lost in his last 10 games. He's gone 8-0-2. He had a shutout last night, 29 saves against Boston University, and now he's doing the same thing against Boston College. Parise, 7 wins, 1 loss in postseason play. He is a sophomore, and there he is again, right off the draw.
Nice little play there. Nice attempt by Ryan Murphy on the faceoff. Knew exactly what he wanted to do. Of course, when a winger comes in to take the draw, you try to school him. That's what Murphy did. Between the skates, stepped through, good shot on goal.
Boy, that is picture perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, I wondered what he was going to do. I thought he might, because he had his stick laid back behind the circle. He wasn't in looking like he was going to pull back.
Great play.
And another center against him would have spotted that. Not a winger.
Adams tried to drop that one off, had it stolen by Smaby, cleared back up. We're skating 4-on-4 here. Porter down the middle. Porter shot, missed it, went for the wide side. That one blocked in front. BC is outshort North Dakota 7-0 in the period. Looking to get on the board. Ooh, big collision. Murphy charging into Parise, and a penalty coming on a charge on Murphy for charging the goaltender.
I got to tell you, I don't know how you make this call. Andy Schneider from North Dakota, I mean, jammed him right into Parise. I mean, he was just trying to cut in front. I don't agree with this call at all.
Neither do they.
No. The fastest eagle on his horse here. Look, he's trying to get to the front. I mean, Andy Schneider just plowed him right into Jordan Parise. Watch it. Now, the player has to make every effort to avoid the goalie. If Schneider doesn't hit him, he doesn't even come close to touching Parise.
A bad call.
Yeah, it's a bad call.
Even if Parise is hurt, that's a bad call. Murphy out of there for charging. Murphy's pointing up to the board going, look at that. He's telling the referee, watch the replay. No question Parise got hit hard, but also no question, as you saw, there was a fighting Sioux player who drove Murphy right into the North Dakota goaltender.
Well, without a doubt, Jordan Parise has the Parise family toughness. Hasn't allowed a goal in 117, almost 118 minutes. Played against his dad, J.P. Parise, for enough years to know of the resilience and the toughness and the persistence. We talk about junkyard dog quality. This family has it.
This charging call will come at the 4-minute mark. It means North Dakota is going to go on a power play here. And they have 24 seconds, North Dakota does, left on their penalty. They're going to have a 2-man advantage for a little under a minute. So
I wonder if they'll have any idea what to do with it.
probably not. They've played well shorthanded. They probably don't want the advantage here. All right, first North Dakota power play will be starting here. It'll start as a 4-on-3. North Dakota finished the season 18th on the power play in the nation, but BC had the second best penalty killing unit in Division I hockey. They jack in 4-on-3, can't be controlled. And the Fighting Sioux will have to chase it back. The North Dakota penalty going to be over here in 2 seconds into the zone. Fuhrer sends it around. Now Green comes back out on the ice. A 2-man advantage, 35 seconds worth remaining for North Dakota. And Boston College will be swept out of the zone. Parise trying to hurry it up ice. Fuhrer's got it. Fuhrer, Sperko along the wall. Bertram stepped in front of him. Boston College trying to clear the zone. Second attempt they do. Their captain Ryan Shannon
taking a bit of a page out of North Dakota's PK. I mean, that's a pretty aggressive approach on a 5-on-3 kill to go after the puck, but Ryan Shannon read it perfectly.
That's Genoway bringing it in. He had the 2 goals, 2 assists in last night's game. Genoway, 1-timer and a glove save as Snyder saw that one straight up. 55 seconds left, a 1-man advantage for the Sioux.
Colby Genoway really is the guy that Boston College has to take out of the mix on the power play. Is their quarterback, real creative player. He can shoot, he can pass. Pretty well gets it all done, so they have to make sure that they pay special attention to wherever he is on the power play. They don't have to worry about him too much right now. He's on the bench.
North Dakota took them over 5 minutes to get their first shot. They're being outshot 8-1 in the period. Jones leaves it back. 5-on-4 power play for the Sioux. They are leading 3-0. Jones chance deflected in front. Porter got a stick on it. Porter attempted clear by Collins. Porter picked his stick up. And it'll be held in by Jones at the line. Back for Porter. 36 on the advantage for the Fighting Sioux. Dumped around the near side. Boston College playing it tough here as Adams knocked it away. Cleared back into the middle and out. 20 seconds left on the power play. Snyder comes back to get it. Andy Snyder, drafted by Pittsburgh, a senior out of Grand Forks, playing in the college that's in his hometown. And once dumped in, Snyder went back to get it, could not. Rooney for Boston College cleared it around but not out of there. Green dumped it back into the middle, shot wide of the net. Great chance for Porter that time. Filling's got it, Filling along the wall. 5-on-5. Power play is over. Filling dumped it back. Nobody can get a shot off here though. It's Filling and McMahon were battling. Filling again, poke checked it away. Murphy coming over. Murphy dropped it off. Would have been a 2-on-2, but they couldn't hang on to it. Sent back by Green the other way. Both teams changing. Boyle near side for BC, can't handle. Maybe that was an offside. So neither team able to convert on the power play in this game. 3 even strength goals for the Sioux.
For more info, call 800-733-0345 or race on over to ESPNRussellRacing.com.
North Dakota leading it by a score of 3-0. We are in the Eastern region, one of 4 where the Division I hockey playoffs are going on. And this is how these 2 teams have gotten to this game, and the winner will move on to the Frozen Four.
Boston College knocked off Mercyhurst. Hope that Rick Godkin and Diane and the kids made it back safely to Erie. I know they were here packing. Even Diane was pitching in with the packing this morning.
Great group.
Unbelievable.
Great program, wonderful people, and what a game they played trying to pull that upset. It's been the lowest of the seeded teams in the regions that have given the higher seeded teams the toughest games so far, but nobody's been knocked off. All 4 of the number 1 seeds in each region have come away with victories. North Dakota 3-0 lead here. Now North Dakota is not the number 1 seed in the East. They are number 2. Boston College is not only number 1 here, they are ranked as the number 1 team in the nation coming into this weekend.
That means that Boston College has the last change because they're the higher seed here in the East Regional. So Jerry York has the last change. That's pretty valuable if you've got a lead and you're trying to shut down the top offensive guys on the other team. It's not going to do you much good when you're trailing 3-0.
O'Hanley draws it back. O'Hanley dumped it into the middle. Again, they're cutting people through the middle. Eves trying to get a stick on it, could not. Boyle puts the hit on along the near side wall. Still loose. Boyle reached for it, couldn't get it. Cleared out of there by Fabian, and Alberts comes back to pick that one up. Both teams changing on the fly. 12:30 to go, second period. Boyle down the middle, dropped it off. Bertram couldn't get a shot off. That loose puck just rolled away, and a break for the Sioux on that one. Adams will chase it down back in his own end. Cornell has beaten Ohio State today 3-2, and in overtime Minnesota down Maine 1-0 out at Minneapolis. So Cornell will be playing Minnesota there. That one just went through the crease. I don't think it was ever seen by Parisi, and another penalty coming. Delayed call on the Sioux. Extra skater on the ice for Boston College. Porter on the touch. A tripping call and another power play. Well, the Sioux are not afraid to be shorthanded because Boston College is giving them no reason to fear the power play. 3-0 North Dakota.
Well, Boston College is going back on the power play. Colby Genoway headed to the penalty box for this play on big Brian Boyle. That's 6'7", 235, crashing back first onto the ice and into the boards.
He gets called tripping at 8:02. 0 for 6 on the power play for BC. They have had 10 power play shots, 10 of their 20. They are out shooting North Dakota 20-9. That's not surprising because North Dakota just likes to play D when they've got a 2 or more goal lead. They just shut it down and wait for you to make a mistake. O'Hanley on top, 3 in front of the net. Now they spread it out a little bit. Near side, shot in, knocked away. Murphy looking for the rebound. That got deflected. Gianna had the opportunity, couldn't drive it home through that pack in front of the net. Boston College lined everybody up in front that time, including Gianna.
He tried to get a rebound, Gary, and he just got backed up.
Gianna's only 5'7", 183 out of Rochester, but he had 8 goals during the season. Now they're struggling to move it up ice. There's Gianna. Gianna looking ahead for Shannon. It went by him. Shannon a trailer, and the pass was behind Shannon. Cleared out of the zone by Andy Schneider. Minute 7 left to go in this power play. Boston College back in their own end. Brian O'Hanley, a freshman out of Quincy, Mass, has been working the point as they moved Eves down either in front or along the half boards. Shannon sends it in. O'Hanley dumps it for Boyle. They get Eves. He had moved in. Nope, came back to get it. Eves dumps it back for Shannon. Boyle, Smavey. The heavyweights do battle in the corner.
2 biggest men on the ice.
34 left on the power play. Picked up by Filling. Clears it up. Eves kicked it in. Smavey can't get it out. Eves holds it in again. Can't be handled by Murphy. Snyder trying to clear it out. Does not. 20 left on the advantage. Eves now back at the blue line. Boyle shot. Good move on the coverage by Parise.
Man, is he reading the play. I mean, the most underrated thing that good goaltenders do is read the play. In other words, have a sense of where everybody is. Once you know where everybody is, then you know the options that the puck carrier has. Right here, Jordan Parise pushed off with his left skate and was down set on the butterfly by the time the shot got there. Pretty well executed by Boston University. Remember we said by BC, when you make 3 passes, if you can make 3 passes, you'll get a scoring chance, because the forwards on the North Dakota PK were so far out to the blue line, they were able to get it down low, get it between the defensemen and the forwards, but that doesn't happen very often.
Parise was the losing goaltender in the game they played this year on October 29 up on Chestnut Hill when Boston College won it 5-3. He wants this one for that reason, and more importantly, to move the Fighting Sioux on to the Frozen Four. Power play is over. Again, Boston College does not convert, and it remains a 3-0 lead for North Dakota. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Chipped away in the corner, and the attempted move by Gianna back into the middle. Brennan passed too far ahead for him to handle. Stolen. Sent right back into the zone by Fuhrer, but that's going to be whistled on the icing call.
Naturally, a lot of these players have their families, their moms, their dads in the stands here in Worcester. And this man can say, that guy in goal for North Dakota, that's my boy. This is J.P. Parise, longtime NHLer, runs the hockey program at one of the great prep schools to turn out hockey players. Shattuck St. Mary's Prep does a fantastic job. His other son, Zach, his younger son, actually Jordan is older than Zach. Zach has already turned pro. Left early to turn pro with the New Jersey Devils or their farm team.
Yeah, Gianna trying to run it in. Shot save for Parise, and he makes another at the side of the net. Boston College got a couple of chances on that one. Havrin with a second opportunity. Fighting Sioux right back the other way. McMahon dropped it off in the corner. McMahon, Porter. Stand-up check and a penalty coming on BC. Dumped back by Porter. Played behind the net by Genoway. Genoway centered. Takedown in front of the net again. Could be a couple penalties, but probably only one. Gianna had to take his man down coming through the middle. And it'll be a power play for the Fighting Sioux.
But he left his feet and got his hand up high in the corner, Gary, and that's what he's going for. He could have gotten called for the second one in front, too. It's an elbow. Here it is. Well, little Steven Gianna's got to kind of get airborne and get the elbow up to do any damage. Unfortunately, most times it's illegal.
It's hard for him to get high enough to elbow. But he did on that one.
5'7", 183 pounds.
Those are just bad penalties right now, Bill, for BC.
No doubt. No doubt.
I mean, those don't do anything. They're not helping the cause in any way. And they're giving an opportunity for North Dakota to expand their lead. BC out shooting the Fighting Sioux 11-1 in this period. But they've not been able to take advantage of it. And now a power play here. Gianna elbowing at the 11-minute mark. 0 for 2 in the power play for North Dakota. They've had only one shot. Short-handed chance in the middle. Spina's shot. Save made. Parise without a stick. He took that one right underneath the mask.
Where did that hit him? He was falling face forward, I think, to get his stick when the shot came.
It was very close to the chin. Short-handed opportunity. But again, denied. Third back on the near side. Spearcoat saw the hit coming. Albert's got him, but it was sent into the zone. Back up. Fear knocked that one down. Spearcoat centering. Power play for the Fighting Sioux. Fear comes over to get it. Back near side Stafford. Stafford's got one of the 3 goals up on the board so far in this game. Genoway, his shot was really a pass to Stafford. Off the side of the board. Stafford coming back to get it. Zajac, Porter, and Stafford. The 3 goals in the first period. Down low, shot, score! And another one. They got it set up, and Sajac's got a couple in the game.
This is the young line that has come alive for North Dakota. Spearco, number 11. Drew Stafford, number 18, and number 15, Travis Zajac. A couple of freshmen and a sophomore on this line. Extremely talented, and they're making Boston College pay for their mistakes. And Gary, you mentioned that penalty by Steven Gianna was not a good one. How often do we say that you pay for the bad penalties? And this is what BC has done. They paid for the bad penalty. Look at the poise, though, of Zajac. He waited for Corey Schneider to come over, waited for some kind of twine, some kind of daylight to show up, and then he pulled the trigger. Great goal.
He is only a freshman. He is from Winnipeg. And a tremendous season in which he had 15 goals, 18 assists. He's added another to it, and he's their best face-off man to boot in his first year. So a 4-0 lead for North Dakota, as they now have 3 even strength and 1 power play goal. Zajac is now their leading power play goal scorer on the season, as he's picked up 8. Boy, those are great numbers for a freshman. He's leading them in all kinds of categories. The goal coming his second of the night, 17th of the season, at the 6:10 mark. A 3-point night so far for Zajac. 4-0 North Dakota.
I guarantee it.
The goals against Corey Schneider, and they haven't been his fault. The most he's given up this year. He gave up 4 against Mercyhurst yesterday, and 3 against North Dakota. Earlier score! So Boston College with 7:31 left to go in the period finally gives their fans something to cheer about.
And maybe more importantly, finally something to build on for their own bench. Some kind of spark, because they haven't had anything going their way.
That one came in a hurry. Only took about 2 clicks off the clock after the drop of the puck for that one to be sent home. And it is a 4-1 game. So finally, the UBC combined find a way to get a goal against Parise. And it is a 4-1 game. The goal picked up by Collins, his 8th. Murphy gets the assist. 12:31 the time of the goal. That'll be whistled on the offside, and the faceoff will come back out to center. Now BC has got to stay out of the penalty box. They cannot have any more bad penalties. You see how important that fourth goal was for North Dakota. The last one they scored. There's Collins who gets it. Collins, a junior, played in Des Moines in the USHL, coming out of Fairport, New York. Intercepted, knocked away. Porter knocked that one down. BC sent back deeper into their own end. O'Hanley on defense. Sent deep. Green coming back to get it. Matt Green, their captain, tried to tip it into the middle. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Green and Jones on defense. Up the far side wall and not out of there. That'll pick up the play of BC now as they start putting some forechecking pressure on against the Genoa line with McMahon and Porter. They clear it up the near side. Centering pass right through the middle. Nobody there. McMahon dumped it into the middle. Boyle picks it up. Bertram sends it in off the defenseman Fuhr. They do battle. Boyle follows it up. Boyle hit by Spearco. Boston College can't keep it in along the line. O'Hanley lost it. Zajac 2-on-1 break. Zajac up, looking, drops it, can't connect. Genoa shot, scored! A no-angle shot. Never saw it. Corey Schneider. It's 5-1 Sioux.
Unbelievable. First of all, really unlike Travis Zajac to misfire on a pass that was an easy pass for him. But he led Colby Genoa too far. It was too far for Genoa. The puck was almost on the goal line when he let it rip. I don't know if it touched the BC defender or not. Let's see. I'm still not sure. But Corey Schneider was not over there and he wasn't ready for it.
Wow. A back-breaking goal by Genoa, his 14th of the year. Zajac will get the assist.
I wonder what Corey, I got to figure out here what Corey Schneider's issue is, because he's not happy with something besides the fact that the puck went in. It might have gone through the net. You know that?
It may have gone underneath or through.
Yeah. He's saying that it went through the side of the net.
I said it was a no-angle shot.
Right.
No wonder.
But it certainly wasn't an impossible angle because the puck was 2 feet out in front of the goal line. But I think Corey Schneider might be right.
They've gone upstairs.
Oh, not even close.
They've gone upstairs to the video.
All right, let it roll, guys. Oh, man. That went in 2 feet behind the goal line. It looked like it went under the net and wasn't even close to being on goal. Look, you can see daylight there, right there. You can actually see the daylight that the puck came through.
Well, this
they can't allow this.
Be interested, I guess.
And Colby Genoa's got to know.
There's no specific video replay rule to cover a puck going through the net. There is a video replay rule for a puck crossing the goal line. And the point here is this puck never crossed the goal line. It went through the net into it without crossing the line.
I don't care what the written word is. You allow this, you got a problem. Watch it. There. Yep. You can still see the daylight. We had a close-up shot of it. And there's still daylight underneath. Why, you could drive a truck through. Okay, you could shoot a puck through. There it is. That is the point of entry of the puck. And look how far behind the goal line it is. Well, it's about 16 or 18 inches behind the goal line. That's why Corey Schneider, I mean, I apologize, Corey. I said you weren't over there and ready. You're certainly over there enough to stop a shot that would have been on goal.
So
I don't know how they can allow this. They can't.
The referee is on the phone upstairs for the video replay. Matt Chigos.
See, if I'm Corey Schneider, I'm out there with my stick under the net right now showing them. Another look at it. And you can see the angle that the puck is coming to the net at.
Do you know why the net was up? Because his left skate pushed it up.
What do you think?
Yes.
No, look, Gary. Look, there's still daylight.
His left skate, I think, came down and pushed that net up.
I don't think so, because there's a little pocket of daylight there, and even if that's how it went in, it still shouldn't count.
That's right, because it never crossed the line. There it is, right there.
That's it, and that, to me, I didn't see the net come up, but I see that pocket of daylight there.
Well, there's always something new, they say. I haven't seen one quite like this before.
Just when you think you've seen everything. See, that's why Corey Schneider got up looking so surprised. You see him now? He's standing up.
Saying, how could that possibly have gone in?
Yeah, he was shrugging his shoulders. He was putting his arms out to his side saying, well, you know, what up, man?
I do think, though, the reason that's up is his skate went underneath there.
Not there. No, his skate hit the post, I believe. I think his left skate hit the post. Let me put it this way.
See how far back he goes? Watch where his foot is.
Well, there's the hole and his foot's out front. So let me put it this way. If his skate was back there, he was way overcompensating. He was way out of position.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter. They can't allow this. Cannot allow this. I'm leaving if they allow this.
No, you're not.
Yeah, there's a good look at it. It just look. I mean, it just appears out of nowhere. Yeah, it just appeared out of nowhere. That would have been an absolute sin by anybody.
Well, it's Easter. There is no sin tonight.
Okay.
It is still a 4-1 game.
Would have been a hockey sin.
Yeah, okay.
Qualify that sin.
A 4-1 game. The goal does not count. Now the officials go down to take a look. They put the snowpack up against it.
It's right here. It's thou shalt not allow illegal goals.
That's 16v2. Yeah, there's no question that that's what happened there, and that's the right call.
No doubt. There, it's right on the eye. They're looking at the net. They're missing something.
They're missing it.
Now I got to take my headset off and yell at them.
It's underneath.
It's underneath.
It's not the net. Now they're back on the phone again. I bet they're telling him
it's underneath.
Yeah, because they're looking at trying to find a hole in the net, but it's not there. That padding that it sits on had
some kind of
an arch in it.
Yeah, it did. Had a bubble in it. Strange. And first of all, that nobody, although the refs don't go around looking for that, but there's a metal hoop that's supposed to be on the ice as well.
Still there.
We got to get a camera over to the other side to see where the metal hoop is. I think it went above the metal hoop and under the pad. And who cares? It wasn't a goal anyway. Shut up.
See, they're moving the puck down there now to see if it'll fit in, and it does not as they pile the snow up there.
You know, we could play 4,000 more games here, and we'd never see that again anyway.
I've never seen that.
No, me either. Not
I've
like
seen
that.
the net picked up.
And we've seen it go through the mesh.
Yeah, but never like that underneath. All right, 4-1, 6:24 left to go here in the second period. Fighting Sioux on top. Boston College gets a break there. And the punches are thrown. Snyder, no penalty called on that. Shot way over the head of Snyder that time.
That was Patrick Eaves that was going at him.
And that was Andy Snyder, who was out there and got into a little shoving match. Spina taken down. Cleared back out into the middle. Spina dumps that one into the zone. 4 back for the Sioux. They cleared off the boards at center. McMahon couldn't get it. Shannon, Spina, Eaves on this line. Spina, shot, Eaves. That got tipped wide. Rebound right through the paint. Look out here, 2-on-1. Porter's coming on the left side. 2-on-1 chance. Fighting Sioux. Shot. Save made. Comes back to Spina. Snyder. Now the game opens up a little bit. Adams can't handle that as it was behind him. Ahead for Collins. DC is going to change it up. And that one opened up in a hurry. Dumped down low. Matt Jones went back to get it. Porter cut it off along the wall. Porter takes the hit. Still loose here. Murphy dug it out. Murphy digging in behind the net. Murphy pinned up Zajac. Puck still loose. Collins reaching in to get it. Murphy wouldn't let go. Knocked away by Green. BC still has it. And I'll tell you, there's some hitting going on now. Alberts moves it behind the net. Center shot. Collins, he never got it. He dove, but could not get it. Sioux back the other way. Genoway. Shot trickled up and into the pads and stays there on Corey Snyder.
Well, Boston College came back after the faceoff following that 4 or 5 minute delay and had jump. I thought they might sag and lose their buzz from having just scored. They came back and had a good scoring chance, but it led to this 2-on-1 for North Dakota. Good save. Defenseman took away the pass. Corey Schneider took away the net. Nothing.
Nick Fuhr, the defenseman, who was an offensive defenseman, was leading that charge in the 2-on-1. Shot by Mason is blocked. It'll be dumped in and whistled on the icing call. Face off the other way. 6-1 the odd man rushes in favor of the Fighting Sioux in this game. Part of that because BC is forced to press.
And because they got a lead early with North Dakota and the lead, they make sure they don't get anybody caught. They're not going to pinch in at the blue line. I mean, you don't want to shoot your own toes off once you get the lead, and North Dakota is pretty good at being at least smart enough. They're still aggressive, but they're smart enough not to give you an odd man rush.
Right off the face-off, shot deflected in front. Gianna, gunned it out. Linesman takes a rump on the other side and hard. Boy, look at the hitting pickup here. And a whistle on the offside. Taylor Leahy, number 28 of Boston College, got into it over there on the other side. They are clean, solid hits, but they are as hard as we've seen them in this game.
We've talked about the size of the North Dakota defensemen. I mean, they're huge, and they're the biggest in college hockey. And you wonder why Boston College can't get a forecheck going. Well, it's North Dakota's size combined with the fact that when you look at some of these guys' sizes up front, Ryan Shannon 5'9", Matt Green 5'8", Steve Gianna 5'7", Pat Gannon 5'7", Joe Rooney 5'10". Boy, it is hard to do any kind of muscle work against the great big oak trees in North Dakota down low.
Got blocked. Perfect. Brings it in. Little head rub, face rub, and another penalty and another bad one. Boston College commits another, down 4-1, and the Sioux, whether they score or not on the power play, it's time off the clock that BC needs at even strength.
Got to tell you something. I like the calls away from the play. I think that's just a good hard man-to-man taking your guy and trying to finish him. The fact that his helmet came off probably led to the penalty. Those are the kind of infractions I'd like to see let go. These are guys you got to go mano a mano at some point in an East Regional Championship game, don't you?
Yep, I don't disagree with that, Bill. That in college hockey this year, as we mentioned before, though, there was a real crackdown early on calling everything. It let up a little as the season went along, but here, at least in the East, we've seen a lot of calls. Right back in, short-handed now. Boston College, another power play for the Fighting Sioux. They've got a chance to get that goal back. Roughing at 15:42 on Brennan. They are 1 for 3 on the power play. It's a delayed offside call here, so the Sioux have to clear the zone. They do, and that allows Boston College to gun at the length of the ice.
Got Patrick Eaves out here as a defenseman killing a penalty. Now he's going off.
Boston College 7 short-handed goals during the year. North Dakota allowed only 1 short-handed goal. Rooney clears that one out of there. North Dakota, minute 12 to go on the advantage. Can't get it set up. Genoway, and another penalty coming on BC for tripping.
This one's a real one. This one's a real one. Can't take the puck carrier down, chop his legs out from under him. It was a great forehand move by Colby Genoway from North Dakota that really looked like it forced Joe Rooney into a chop. Joe's not liking it.
2-man advantage for a minute 4 for North Dakota.
There's the forehand move, and he kept his stick under his face. I think that's a good call. And I hate to even get into the business of saying, is that a good call or is that a bad call? But there've just been so darn many penalties called.
Rooney out of there at 16:39, and a timeout's going to be taken here. Timeout being called by North Dakota. They've got the 4-1 lead. He wants to rest his #1 power play guys here and try and take advantage of the 2-man advantage.
Great call. You get a 5th one here to make it 5-1. I mean, you'd have to have a full-scale collapse to lose.
Yep. Well, at the one end, Jordan Parise may have had his shutout streak ended, but he's only given up 1 goal on 25 shots.
He's getting great help in front, too. On all of these replays, check the guys boxing out in front of him. That was a 5-on-3. There was a guy wide open in front. But boy, it's hard to get to a rebound. Slick play off a face-off. Getting run into. Help with his own defenseman on that one.
One of these teams will go to the Frozen Four. Colorado College beat Michigan 4-3. They know they are going. Cornell is going to play Minnesota tomorrow. UNH will play Denver tomorrow. And out of those games will come the other 2 teams. 2 will have been decided today, and 2 more will have been decided tomorrow. The Frozen Four in Columbus, Ohio on April 7th, and April 9 is the final game.
Kind of an irony to North Dakota being here at Worcester. Remember, BC won the NCAA title in 2001, and they had to go through North Dakota to get to the title. North Dakota advanced to the NCAA Frozen Four by winning the East Regional right here in Worcester that year.
Irony of ironies. Back to fear. 2-man advantage for North Dakota. They want to put it away right here. Genoway off the heel. Pure. Good move to help hold that one in. Genoway on a point, moved in but could not get it. Was cleared out of the zone. Hard work.
Excellent killing by big Andrew Alberts, number 2 for Boston College. He was the guy at the top of the triangle with 2 forwards behind him.
Genoway leaves it into the middle. Fuhr drops it. Shot, save, rebound. Coming across. What a save. What a save made on that one, and a rebound effort. They can't find it, and Schneider denies the Sioux their 5th.
Unbelievable save by Corey Schneider. And he used every bit of his leg extension on it. Just tremendous. Remember, he's a big kid. He's 6'2", weighs about 205. Just great agility on this one. He had to get way out there with his pad. And you know what? Ryan Murphy might have even helped him with part of the block. He might have not even. Well, we'll see. Still can't tell. No, I think he got it.
Drew Stafford, number 18, has a nose for the puck. He seems to be everywhere you need to be in scoring position. He's a plus 13 on the year. He leads them in plus minus, and he puts it in the net. Genoway and Fuhr, still a 2-man advantage for 16 seconds. Genoway to Fuhr, shooting side, shot missed. Genoway into the corner. Fuhr's in the slot. Fuhr's their scoring defenseman. There he is, number 8. Fuhr looking, 2 left on the 2-man. Genoway dropped it off for Stafford. Now a 5-on-4. Came back up. Brennan just out of the box will head off. 50 left on the 1-man advantage now, as the Sioux have the 4-1 lead. 2:05 left to go here in the period. Jones will dump that one in. Alvarez tried to clear it around and never got it out of there. Porter set up in front of the net. One-timer shot deflected wide. Porter got a stick on that one on the big blast by Schneider, and it's clear. 24 seconds left on the power play. Shots have piled up in BC's favor, 25-13 in the game, but that has not been a true story, and that's brought in offside by the Sioux.
Well, both teams have had 5-on-3s now in this game, and nothing to show for them.
This team can just wear you out. The Sioux, with their physical presence, plus they've added speed this year, last couple of years. And once they get the lead, they grind, and they don't make many mistakes defensively. Fabian knocks it away. 10 left on the power play. Fabian tied up, rolled to center. Green sends it ahead, chipped in over Leahy. Fabian set up in front of the net, but they couldn't get it back to him. Penalties are over. That shot goes way high. Albert's over to get it. So BC does not get one up there. They wave off any call here. Matt Green had to go chasing it down for the Sioux. Boston College trying to hold it in the zone. 1 minute left to play. The officials hollering about moving the puck along the boards. Rooney reaches in to dig it out but can't get to it. So 56 seconds remaining in the second period, and the Fighting Sioux lead the Eagles 4-1. Reason to smile if you're on the Fighting Sioux bench right now, and you got a 4-1 lead.
Smiling face of Jake Brand.
Backup goaltender enjoying it.
Jake's always got a smile on his face.
He's having a good time. He's a senior over there. Played in a couple of games this year. Felipe Lamoureux, another goaltender. They had all 3 dressed and working here in this game. Under a minute left to go, second period. Boyle got tied up by Zajac, and it's cleared up and into the seats. And they will bring that face-off back into the North Dakota zone. North Dakota an at-large berth going against Boston College, the Hockey East champion.
Well, we've talked about momentum before, and Dave Hackstall's guys have been like a giant wave, just getting bigger and better over the last month.
Out it comes to Alberts. Alberts a chance. That was blocked in front. Snyder had hit him on the way through. Rooney with it.
Rooney. Point out too, Gary, that North Dakota's without their most talented offensive player, Brady Murray, really would have ended up being one of the top 3 forwards in the country had he been healthy this season. His dad's Andy Murray, head coach of the LA Kings, and he is not in the lineup. He's out with a shoulder.
And still scoring. O'Hanley's shot was blocked. That'll be covered up with 26 seconds left to go. Little pushing and shoving and headlocking around the net. As Boyle was involved, number 10, and whenever he's involved, it's going to take a couple of green uniforms to move him out of there. These two teams have played enough to have some feelings towards one another. With this the 18th game, North Dakota 10-7 edge in the series. The NCAA championship games of 2001 and 2000 were between these two teams. And we're going to get a roughing call here against Zajac of the Sioux. So he's out of there with 26 left to go, and Bertram goes for BC in the pushing and shoving that went on in and around the Sioux goaltender. 4-on-4 hockey now, 26.7 remaining in the second period. BC dearly wanting and needing a late period goal here. It'll be controlled though by Green. He clears it, and will be an icing call. There's a break for the Eagles. He'll get a face-off back in their offensive zone.
The game is absolutely ground to a halt in the last 5 minutes.
As it ever.
Lots of whistles.
And the Sioux will take that. Zajac and Bertram 1933 as they go on the roughing calls. Face off again to the right of Parisi. Boston College trying to move it to the points. Maybe wouldn't let him. Comes back. Gianna let it go. Shot eased, deflected, and hit him. That's when you know it's going right. Parisi had that one deflected in front of him and come right into his right shoulder.
And it looked like he picked it up visually as it just was about to hit him. And the rebound flopped right down in front of him. It was a misfire. The pass back to the blue line. There was some confusion, but finally the blast. And it went off Rory McMahon, number 10 of the Fighting Sioux, on its way, but not into the net. On to Parisi.
Zajac, Porter, Stafford, and Zajac again have had the goals in this game. Collins has picked one up, and that's going to do it. And after 2 periods here, it's still the Sioux. The shots after 2 periods are 27-13 in favor of the Eagles, but North Dakota are a period away from the Frozen Four. We've moved from Houston back to Worcester, everybody. Just wanted to make sure you knew that. It is a 4-1 North Dakota lead over Boston College, and Ryan Shannon downstairs with us, Hockey East first team. And for the Eagles, Ryan, this Sioux team is very tough to get going on offensively, is it not?
Yeah, they got some big guys back there on D. We got to keep moving our feet and try and get to the net. Breezy's seeing too much right now.
Ryan, this really could be, if you guys don't come back, your last game in a Boston College Eagles uniform. You're a senior, you're their captain, you're one of the best captains they've ever had here. Can you give us an idea of what you might say in the locker room?
Well, the guys know where we stand right now. It's one and done. This year's been really easy with the leadership of the 10 seniors. You know, it's an emotional time for us right now, but we're going to come back. We got to believe.
Talk a little bit about this rivalry. You've been around long enough to know BC and North Dakota have kind of got a heated one going, don't you?
Yeah, Coach York talks about, you know, if we make it to the national tournament, chances are we'll see North Dakota. We saw them earlier in the year, and you know, things aren't looking too good right now. We gotta regroup and come out with everything. All
right, we'll give you a chance to do that. Ryan, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, guys.
Appreciate it. There is Ryan Shannon, one of the Boston College Eagles. We told you, a great program and a club that this year ranked #1 in the nation coming into this tournament weekend. Let's meet the Eagles.
Hi, my name's Patrick Eves. I'm a junior forward from Boston College. I'm from Faribault, Minnesota. My dad's the coach of Wisconsin Badgers. I've been really fortunate to have such a great hockey mind in our family. He still has opportunity to watch us play, my brother and I, and get some tape. And it's been really nice because he hasn't pushed anything on us, and whenever we ask, he gives us help. One of the things that made me successful in college is my ability to adapt to the style of play. I've been really fortunate to have a brother who's 2 years older than me, and throughout our careers, we've played together, and we've been supportive and very competitive. My mom's driven out to Boston College from Madison about 20 times just to bring the dog.
Hi, my name's Ryan Shannon. I'm from Darien, Connecticut. I'm a senior on the Boston College Eagles. Hockey's given me a chance to go all around the world. I've been to Sweden, I've played in Canada, and also Czech Republic. As a player, I'm a speed guy. I bring finesse and energy to the ice. I've had a pretty good year this year, and I've finally figured out that the small things don't matter, and I just focus on the big goals. Coach York is a passionate man that's very excited about hockey, and his experience is second to none.
Hi, my name is Ryan Murphy from Rumster, New Jersey. I'm a senior right wing for Boston College. Before this year, we had never won the conference title, but however this year, we won the regular season and the conference, giving us momentum to go into the NCAAs. My success this year has been based upon maturity, taking little things that I've learned from the guys that have come before me. Probably the biggest moment of my hockey career so far has been the overtime winner last year in the Beanpot against BU.
Well, you noticed a lot of seniors in this Boston College lineup, and they were built to win a championship. This is their last crack. We talked to some of the players and asked them what the level of disappointment would be if they don't win it all.
A disappointment? Maybe not, but that's our goal. We had a team quote on our itinerary that said, you know, why enter if you're not going to win it all? So, yeah, it would be a letdown.
Our goal coming in the season, we have 10 seniors. You know, they came in the year after we won the national championship, so I know they're hungry for one. And I think with all the successes we've had this year, it's really on our mind. But we're just taking it one step at a time right now. You know, first we got to play Mercyhurst, and then, you know, BU or North Dakota hopefully the next night, and then just, you know, just one step at a time to get there.
We've done a lot of great things this year, and we're definitely proud of that. But it would be definitely disappointing not to come away with a national championship. That's what all the seniors want, all the juniors want, right down to the rest of the team. That's our ultimate goal this year. That's our goal every year. We want to take home the national trophy.
We've been to the Final Four, and we've experienced what that's like. And having that experience, I think that we have what it takes to get there. We have the 10 seniors, we have a great underclass, and we have the talent and definitely the coaching staff. So all those variables put together, I think we're definitely looking to go all the way.
A 26-win season for Boston College, but they don't have a miracle third. Their season's going to be over. Welcome back, everybody, as the Sioux get ready for one more period. If they can win it, they're going to go on to the Frozen Four in Columbus. They have played a very strong game here. And in all honesty, Bill, right from the beginning, after they got that early first goal, they have dominated this game whenever they've had to and never really given Boston College a chance to get back.
Yeah, agreed. Without question, Boston College needs help. They need help in the form of unforced errors by North Dakota. Will that happen? Sure haven't seen any signs of that. They'll need maybe Jordan Parise to come up small on an attempted save and let a weak one in. He certainly looks like he's in the zone. They're really up against it here. It's North Dakota's game all the way, and unless North Dakota implodes, they will advance to the Frozen Four.
Boston College now has got to take this in the segment game, as coaches like to do, and say, look, you play 5 minutes here, you get a goal. You play the next 5 minutes, you get a goal. You have to get your mindset that way, or you try and score 4 goals all at once, and that doesn't happen. So that's what Jerry York will try and do.
Unfortunately, when you're a player and you're sitting there, you add up all of those minutes and you say, wait a minute, we got to win a game by 3 goals and we only got a 20-minute game, right?
We got to, well, all right, 3 minutes and you got to get a goal. And anyway, North Dakota knew all about that before this game even started, because they put them in just about that fast.
It didn't take long for North Dakota to get going. Travis Zajac, the freshman, very talented. That was just a hard-working, ugly goal. But after that, Rory McMahon overpowered Ryan Shannon on a face-off and fed Chris Porter. That made it 2-zip, just out-muscling people along the way. But then a little bit of finesse in the form of Drew Stafford on a breakaway. And then Stafford to Zajac for Zajac's second. BC was able to get one from Chris Collins, but that's been all.
Let's take a look at the scoring summary as to what they did in the second period. Chris Collins finally getting that at 12:29 with Murphy the assist. Zajac has had a tremendous weekend here with that power play goal that he picked up at 12:03. So Boston College will try and respond here and see whether or not they can get it done. What they do have going for them that the captain talked about, Bill, is they do have seniors. This group has been down before. They've had tough games they've played in. They've been in the playoffs in Hockey East and in the NCAA. So there's not going to be a quit involved here or a feeling that they can't get it done.
No, and they've got 10 total seniors. And you got to remember, these are the seniors that came in as freshmen the year after Boston College won the NCAA title in 2001. So they came into a program that was charged up, and their goal immediately was to win an NCAA title. So you know they're going to leave everything they have on the ice. So you know they've got seniors, so they've got heart. But what they don't have is size, and that has been the biggest problem. All the little guys, 5'8", 5'9", have not been able to deal with the oak trees for North Dakota the way they could have done it. is on the power play, but the power play is bogged down too. So nothing really has gone Boston College's way.
And they've Fighting Sioux have been able to keep this crowd out of it. We are here where the Fighting Sioux have had to come a long way. Few fans on hand, but not many. This is a highly, obviously, audience in favor of Boston College. If they can get them back into the game, generate something early with the goal, maybe.
Yeah, Patrick, he is maybe the guy that gets it going.
Yeah, he has not been good offensively thus far in the last 2 games. Third period coming up. Everybody, our coverage, NCAA Division I college hockey. And the Sioux know one more period to win, and they move on to that Frozen Four in Columbus. And keep in mind, as Bill mentioned when we were talking with Ryan Shannon, for the Boston College Eagles with 10 seniors, they know if they do not come back here, this is it. Their career, college careers are going to end. And here's what the guy Bill was talking about who needs to have a big period.
Patrick Eaves, interestingly enough, is not one of those seniors. He is just a junior. But there are 10 seniors on this squad, and this could be their last 20 minutes of college hockey.
So the Eagles need to come up big here. They've had the shots, but they've just not been able to find the back of the net. 1 goal on the board, 4-1. Fighting Sioux lead it as we get set here, and it's a 4-on-4. You see they've advanced 5 of the last 7 Frozen Fours. Boston College has. The Sioux trying to knock him out of that. Eaves has got to come back to get it. We'll play it back in behind the net. Minute 22 on the matching minor penalties to start this third period. Albert's back in his own end. Boston College with the puck. North Dakota. Very stingy defense in the 2 games we have seen them play here. Back in front. Shot on Parise was deflected back in behind the net. Good chance as Shannon set that one up. Shannon battling against the boards. Takes the hit from Matt Green. Down he goes. Green with him as well, and the puck's under there, and that will be whistled.
Jordan Parise lost his stick on the play. Boston College couldn't get the puck out front to take advantage of it. Remember now, though, Jordan Parise is now at the end of the ice with the leaky net.
That's right. Where the puck went through underneath the net, between the ice and the padding on the bottom of it. You can bet the officials took a look at that. They did, in fact, when they came out here for the third period after the new ice had been laid. Murphy will move in to take the face-off and won it. Boston College, they've got to shoot. They know that. Lost by Alberts, cleared back out of the zone. Eaves on the near side. Poke checked away from him. Came across the line. Alberts will give chase. Colby Genoway did a little jump there. That, of course, Snyder'd have to come out and play that. Murphy will be the trailer. Trying to get it to him. Shot deflected and blocked. Boy, the defensemen have done that a lot for the Fighting Sioux. The Snyder that time who blocked it with a stick. Adams stepped up, held it in. Murphy drops it off. Passed up a shooting chance as he tried to get it over to Collins.
Hard to make pretty plays against North Dakota. Look what's happened now.
You get a turnover like this and an opportunity. Fuhrer in, shot, save, rebound, shot, save again. He was celebrating a goal on the far side boards, but the puck hadn't got there.
Yeah, you almost have to match ugly with ugly sometimes against North Dakota and just pound pucks at Jordan Parise and hope for a rebound. They tried a pretty play and it ended up out at the blue line. And another good scoring chance for the defenseman, Fuhrer from North Dakota.
Oops. Arms up, no goal. He was a #1 scorer among defensemen. 26 points, 7 goals, 19 assists. He had a couple of assists last night. He is a senior. Murphy coming. 5-on-5 now. Bertram out of the box is headed to the middle. Ooh! What a shot put on by Smaby. Smaby, who said his size has mattered, and he really got into that one.
And he's got pretty good turning ability. I mean, there was good speed going by him. He turned, and then his long reach poked the puck away, and then he finishes with the body. I mean, he's really going to be a pro, I think, for a long time, and he's only a sophomore.
Joe Rooney took that hit, but he made it over to the bench on his own.
Watch this. He poked the puck away, and then Rooney couldn't do anything except keep after the puck. Maybe took him cleanly, but at 6'5", 220 pounds, even clean does damage.
That hurt. There is Smaby, who has played as big as he is here in these 2 games in the East region.
Rooney's only a $175.
McMahon kicked that one away. Jones came back to get it. McMahon working with Chris Porter in the corner over there. A little help from Snyder. Snyder lost control. Eagles able to get it. Trying to get it out in front. Pushed in on Parise, but he is there to cover it up and hang on. Pat Gannon tried to drive that one home after he stole it in the corner. Gannon, a freshman, playing out of Arlington, Mass. Played for the junior Bruins in the EJHL.
You know, I can't tell you that I remember one rebound scoring opportunity for Boston College in this game. The big defenseman for the Fighting Sioux in front of Jordan Parise box out. They immediately turn and box out, and they don't just box out, they dig in and push out. So they make more room for Parise than he even has when the rebound's lying there.
Done an excellent job. Gannon in front of the net. They couldn't get it back to him. So this line with Havren, Gannon, Giada have created a couple of chances. Blocked into the corner by Havren. Cleared back up, but not out of the zone. BC desperately trying to get one here, but the Eagles going at it. And a penalty coming. And Boston College is going to get yet another power play, I think, on the holding call.
Well, if they can get one here, Gary, there's better energy from Boston College. That's the best sustained forecheck so far in this game that they just put on.
I apologize.
Oh, no, are you kidding me?
It's against Boston College.
I thought it was against Drew Stafford.
So
and guess what? Drew Stafford thought it was against Drew Stafford.
Sorry about that. Brennan gets the call, and it's North Dakota that's going to go on the power play.
Watch this. Oh, the stick hold. I thought he was going to call the one on Stafford. I think he might have been able to call both of them. But instead of now thinking that it was going to be a momentum builder for Boston College, I now know it's a momentum killer.
Now the power play opportunity will come as the Fighting Sioux get another chance here. Boston College, as well as trying to kill off the penalty, may have to try and do something shorthanded in this game, and at least one forechecker, and that may create the odd man. Zajac trying to move it in. Shannon coming back to get it. Brennan's penalty, 3:41 high sticking. Here's the opportunity in all alone. Short-handed score! Well, that may be what they needed. They get a big short-handed goal. Dave Spina, their speedster, makes it 4-2.
And a bad mistake by North Dakota. They didn't get into position quickly enough. I mean, Ryan Shannon kind of a set play, but North Dakota was lazy, making sure that they were just getting into the offensive zone. And when Shannon sends Spina away, this is a great deke. That is textbook. Freeze him with the twitch, move to the backhand, go to the roof.
A short-handed goal, 13th goal of the season for Spina. Shannon the assist at 3:07. So only the second short-handed goal the Sioux have given up all year. It is the 8th short-handed goal scored by the Eagles. And it is a 4-2 game, but still a power play for North Dakota. Cleared up and out of the zone.
Gee, they almost sprung another guy loose.
That time they're trying to get Corey Snyder as a goaltender, trying to help set it up. There's a turnover. Another short-handed opportunity bounces away. Murphy, Collins had the chance. Murphy was waiting on the side for it, couldn't get to it. Collins and Murphy creating some problems here. There's Collins again knocking it down. McMahon got it ahead to Filling. Cleared back into the corner to Porter. Porter on the power play. McMahon came over to help. Puck jammed up in the corner. Filling over there. 39 left on the advantage for the Fighting Sioux. Genoway came over, and finally a whistle and a face-off in the BCN.
I was really surprised that North Dakota had Colby Genoway out there on the power play point in their game yesterday. They actually went to 2 defensive defensemen. They went to Smaby and Big Mac Green when they had a lead against Boston University. But they had Genoway out there on the power play. It just backfired on him, led to the shorthanded goal. Not saying it was Genoway's fault. I'm just saying it's interesting that they were going for the 5th goal kill.
Genoway got it down low. Zajac shot it wide. Shannon had won that faceoff, but they lost it at the blue line. North Dakota power play, 18 seconds left to go. Genoway still out there. There he is in the middle. Takes it down low and a pass deflected wide. He was trying to get that set up for a deflection by Zajac in front. Zajac reached, bounces off Corey Schneider. 5 seconds left to go in the power play. Played back in behind the net. Spirko taken out of the play. Penalty is over. 5 on 5. So BC does not give up one, and they get one. 5 on 5. Blocked in front. Moved out of the zone by Shannon. Sent right back in by Matt Green, or at least he tried. Both teams need line changes here, and they will get it. Maybe off the near side, it'll be dumped in by Kennedy. Into the corner, Mason dropped it behind the net. Kennedy falls down, out in front, shot once, twice, whistle as it's covered. Eric Fabian trying to jam it home.
You know what? That was across the line. I'm not sure when it went across the line, though.
They may go upstairs and take a look and see whether or not that whistle had sounded before that was scored. 4-2, Fighting Sioux. Boston College trying to battle back. They have gotten one here in the third to make it 4-2. Take a look at this last effort.
North Dakota trying to score another ugly goal, just a blocking and jamming goal. I'm not sure Corey Schneider had this when the whistle went. He ended up reaching behind him and fishing it out, but really, all the camera angles we had, we couldn't really see it. And I doubt that anybody upstairs has any more camera angles than we have.
Nope. Kennedy moves in to take this face-off against Boyle. Smavey couldn't hold it in the zone. Boston College putting the heat on. Rooney moved in. Backed up by Parise. Taken away by Boyle. Schneider in behind the net collides. Bertram back for Boyle. Boyle up to Alberts. Alberts leaves it. Far side one-timer. That one went off the heel. Oh, Hanley had a chance there. Boyle, they clear the zone. Boyle off the boards for Rooney. Rooney looking for Bertram cutting. Smavey is there, riding against the dasher. Schneider kicked that one away, and it'll be Fabian. Fabian taken down, and he's still down on the ice. Fabian getting up, hurt a leg on, or a knee on that one. Fabian getting to the bench, but he's hurting. North Dakota's play goes on. Here's the change, and they caught him. Score! A line change they did not pick up because of an injury results in a goal. He had just come on because Chris Porter came on the ice when Fabian was hurt.
And this is why you shouldn't have a red line in a hockey game. So you can have plays like this. The NHL someday will get rid of the red line, and it will lead to plays like this. A long pass. I think that might have even been onside, even if there was a red line on the play. But Chris Porter made no mistake. What a great shot just inside the post. You knew that he didn't have any intention of deking. He came in, went onto the shooting foot, and just let a great wrist shot rip.
There he goes again, trying to go through the middle. A very big goal, taking the life out of BC again. Chris Porter, a sophomore. He came off that end of the bench that's closest to the red line when Fabian was coming off the other end of the bench.
Right.
And that's why BC didn't see him.
Because the forwards are at the end closest to BU's end. But he went in the defenseman's door, which was closer to his end.
Porter's goal is second of the night, his 12th of the year. Andy Schneider gets the assist at 6:04.
And Porter is one of 10 players that already belong to NHL teams that have already been drafted. 10 different teams own 10 different players for North Dakota. Chris Porter's rights, Chicago Blackhawks.
Little late hit there in the corner after the whistle on the icing as Matt Green put the hit on. Well, Porter couldn't score a much bigger goal than that. BC had just started to pump a little momentum into the game.
Going to be a good player if he sticks with it. Chris Porter is at 6'2", 205, and you can tell by the looks on the BC faces that they're just ain't no answers. Meanwhile, the winners are laughing and telling jokes. And the guys right now that are losing, search.
Corey Schneider has not lost a game in net for BC, 13-0-4. First time he has ever given up 5 goals in a game. Zajac back in behind the net. Stafford came back to help him out. Stafford, Zajac, and Spirko. At Stafford. Stafford's had a big 2 nights here in the Eastern region. Zajac coming back into the middle. At a point, shot deflected. Spirko got out there and knocked away by Schneider on the save. Wraparound chance. Stafford shot. That got blocked by the defenseman. Spirko, his stick picked up on the far side. Pat Gannon, a good job defensively, and that'll be covered up at the side of the net by Snyder. Dwindling down to a precious few who remain in the bracketing. There you see Colorado College coming away with a victory over Michigan as they are going to advance. New Hampshire, Denver, they will play tomorrow to decide who's going to go against Colorado College. The Western teams having the better of it for the moment. Green. That'll be dumped back in by Perfect.
Don't you love the tag-up rule, too, that you can clear the zone? The NHL will come back to that. I mean, first the NHL has to come back back to anything.
Yeah, that is a rule I think, though, they're ready to do as soon as they come back.
Exactly. It's already been approved.
Yeah, the tag-up rule will be allowed. That will eliminate a lot of whistles.
But God forbid we should end up with breakaways in the NHL, though they're so darn ugly. You wouldn't want to take the red line out, would you? Nah.
Don't know why there's so much heavy resentment against taking the red line out. I just don't understand it. But from the GMs,
they're getting it now.
They're getting it now.
The NHL game is ground to a halt.
Yep. Cleared back up to the line. That did not come outside the zone. Rooney coming over to get it. 5-2 lead for North Dakota. 30-19 the shots in favor of BC, but 5 goals on 19 shots for the Fighting Sioux have made the difference in this game. They are looking now to keep that clock going. Cleared out of the zone, just dumped out of there. They'll make Boston College come the length of the ice when they get it. Rooney has to go back in his own end. Genoway on him. Forced to dish it a little deeper. Off the board, Spurtram. You can see the stuffing going out of the Eagles even as you watch.
And North Dakota is not letting off the throttle on their forecheck, on their pressure. Look at this. They're just, every time BC player gets the puck, there's somebody there. And that's why I call them an assault team, even more than an aggressive team, because they don't just pressure the puck, they pressure bodies.
Snyder dumped it back out into the middle. The Eagles did not clear the zone. Now they clear it, so that avoids any whistle. That's just what we were talking about there. Shot through center ice. Spirko did get a piece of it, so there'll be no whistle. O'Hanley back. Spirko on him. O'Hanley and Alberts defensively. Alberts dropped it back into the middle. They dump it in, and they'll clear the zone. It's the other reason with that tag up, it allows teams who have a lead late in a game to do just what the Fighting Sioux did. Dump that thing back in no matter how many guys you've got in the zone. Then just leave it alone. Let that clock keep on ticking. Green had it and lost it. Collins moved in, tried to knock it down. Near side Mason got it up, not out. O'Hanley sends it back. Cutting to the net, Collins. Collins trying to backhand center, couldn't get it there. Matt Jones with a good hit on it.
Yikes.
Another collision on the near side. Gianna and Mason. DC's got the puck. Collins, he's got Murphy cutting to the net. Shot. That one goes up and into the netting on the deflection. 10-12 to go, third period to the Frozen Four. The Sioux headed that way, leading 5-2. Eric Fabian just came back out from the dressing room. He'd taken a hit, went off limping, skated back out. He's back on the bench for the Fighting Sioux. Good news for them and for him. He appears to be all right. Draw back into the middle. Shannon trying to set it up. Shannon's now set up in front of the net. Adams holds it in. Spina cutting into the middle, goes behind the net to get it. Eves there. Eves had it taken away. Filling wouldn't give him any room, and it's out to center. Snyder came out to get it and just got that by Porter. Boston College at center ice trying to regroup, find some room. Porter knocked that away as well. Sent back. Brennan dumps it off far side to Adams. That one is tipped back into the zone. No, it was not touched, and that'll be an icing call. 4 regions. The NCAA Division I playoffs going on. Let's take a look at you see the action. Second round here with this game going on, and then Cornell and Minnesota. We're going to come down to that Frozen Four that begins April 7. Columbus, Ohio will be the site. North Dakota looks like they're on their way here. Cornell, Minnesota will get a chance against one another to make one of those 4 spots. Long up pass. BC obviously sending people out. Rooney was flying up the middle. O'Hanley comes back to get it again. They've just not been able to connect on those passes. Alberts with a hit. Couldn't get the puck up. Shot. Save made. Close. Spirko. Radoslav Spirko, the freshman, 11 among rookie scorers in NCAA Division I.
And a player whose parents haven't seen him play in 2 years. They're in Slovakia. He is a freshman, but Dave Haxtell, the head coach in North Dakota, expects more from him than a freshman. He's 20 years old. He's played in 2 World Junior Championships representing Slovakia. I think it's fair to expect more from him.
16 goals, 20 assists, pretty good first year.
Yep.
Battle as Gianna able to knock it away. Leahy sends it up for Collins. He bounced it away. 9:07 left to go. Third period. Murphy. Maybe was on him. Fabian's over there far side. Cleared up and out of the zone. 2-on-1 chance again. Perfect cutting to the net. Shot. Score! He used the extra skater to deke. And the Fighting Sioux continue to drive the odd man rushes. They have done this all night long, and it has made the difference in this game. Brian Kennedy will get the goal.
Everybody contributes for North Dakota, including their third and fourth line guys. I mean, this is really, these guys are really considered a third line. Kennedy, Brian Kennedy with Eric Fabian and James Mason. One of the reasons they're playing is that Ryland Kite and Brady Murray, a player we mentioned earlier, have been out with injury. So they got elevated into a more pronounced position, a more prominent role, and they've really taken advantage of it.
A 6-2 lead. Jerry York is asking, wants a timeout. And the Boston College faces tell the story.
Got a ladder on the ice too. There's something going on and some repair needed.
Well, you won't have to worry about getting a timeout here. Kennedy gets the goal, his 4th of the year. It comes at 11:08. Fabian picks up the assist. A 6-2 lead for the Fighting Sioux in North Dakota. What an impressive performance here in this game against Boston College. North Dakota's had 8 odd man rushes to 2 for BC.
That's to me a product of the score. But in general, Boston College has not looked like the team that is supposed to be one of the best defensive teams in the country.
And their goaltender Corey Snyder, who is going to suffer his first collegiate loss after going 13-0-4, is going to come out of the game.
And this is a nice gesture by Jerry York, because Matti Kaltiainen, the player coming in, is a senior. So he will get to play the last few minutes of his career here in the East Regionals. Has really been a driving force for the Eagles until Corey Schneider took over as their #1 goalie earlier in the season.
Robbie Miller, another goaltender, is the man leading over and talking to Corey Snyder. Miller is also a senior out of Freehold, New Jersey. And there, Boston College will make the change with 8 minutes and 52 seconds left to go. Keltiani will get an opportunity here in this game as he will be finishing up his career. Little dive taken over there, but no call made on it. Boston College now down 6-2. They had made it a 4-2 game here in the third, but that may be as close as they are going to get. Another breakaway shot fanned on hard and into the net. Chris Porter. Nobody pushed him. He just lost his balance. Bounced off the crossbar and is all right.
Smelling hat trick.
Yeah.
I'm glad he missed Keltiainen. It's one thing to come in and not get a warm-up from shots, but to come in and get steamrolled on the first rush down at you.
Don't need that. Face-off, Zajac will come back out. They will take it at center. North Dakota, they go on to win this game, will play the winner of the Cornell Minnesota game. And they get to the Frozen Four in Columbus. Third around the boards. 2 Ds playing very deep for North Dakota now. They're not going to let anything get behind them if they can. Alberts maybe dumped it right back in. Alberts playing it for Boston College. Alberts goes sliding along the wall. The puck ended up underneath him, and that will draw the whistle. 7:59 remaining. A game dominated by the Fighting Sioux continues to be that way as they get closer and closer, moving into that Elite Four, leading it 6-2. Look at this. How about this? Got the rally cap on, got the horn going.
He's really playing.
If he's in college, look out. 6-2 lead here. Zajac 2 goals and an assist. Porter's had 2 goals, and Snyder picked up a couple of assists in this game. Multiple point players for the Fighting Sioux. Little Hick put on the far side, freed that puck up away from Rooney. Rolled out to the line, and now North Dakota just wants to clear. Rooney with a hit, but couldn't control the puck. He got into it over there with Mike Pervick. Back into the middle. Rooney on the tip. Snyder comes back. Andy Snyder, Pittsburgh draft senior. Collins will bring it in for the Eagles. Collins trying to drag it. Could not get the centering pass through. Good work by Nick Fuhrer in defense. Back up along the wall. It'll be played out by the Sioux. They got a 3-on-2 for the moment. Can't get it in. Good hit put on by Alberts over there. Here's Alberts. Shot on against the boards, taking Fabian out of the play. Collins will pick it up with the red. BC changing behind. Collins goes through 2. Trying to get a shot off. Penalty called, and BC will get a power play. So Chris Collins, the junior, not giving up. 7-goal scorer, 8 assists during the season. He's been flying out there tonight.
How many minor penalties has Matt Green taken tonight? A handful. I know of at least 4 others besides this one, so this is going to make 5 at least. Might have even missed one.
So that's that 4-and-1 deal. 4 plus 1.
Right. But I had to carry the 1. Listen, Mr. Houston. Listen, Whitney.
I think it is 5, actually. You're right.
Well, that was the blind squirrel locating the acorn. I was guessing.
Boyle off the face-off. Shannon gets it back to Alberts. Power play opportunity, Boston College. And Alberts a good hold right there. Shot again. Gets. He never was able to get that off, having man right in front of him. Alberts looking. Green goes holding. 13:03. That one goes off the blocker into the corner. Eves the chance. Somebody was in the crease. Well, we're going to get matching minors in the crease. BC's gone 0 for 7 on the power play with 13 power play shots.
We talked about the size of Matt Smaby. 6'5", 220. He's one of the guys that's going. Now we mentioned the size of the diminutive. It's easy for me to say. The small Joe Rooney at 5'10", 175.
Maybe took the net off just in case the whistle wasn't going to blow. Though matching minors come against those two for that activity that took place in the crease. Now a discussion going on as Jordan Parise talking to the official probably about where this face-off is coming. Boyle will move in to take it. Power play night tonight that has not favored Boston College. Boyle on the face-off win, gets it back. Shannon set up in front. Shot down he went. Puck underneath him and bounces away. Parise made the initial save and then it bounced away from him but did not go in, and it rolls to center. Maybe out on the high sticking call. Rooney on the cross check at 13:25. Power play continues here. 5-on-4 power play for the Eagles. Havern sends it into the corner. Sticks getting up a little bit here. Swung back. Boyle backhand tip, but it went wide. Eves and Zajac do battle against the wall. Puck is still there, but they didn't realize it. Back up onto the point. 59 left on the power play. Blocked in front. Rebound shot goes up and over the net. Now the Eagles trying to find one down low. Havern got a shot off as he fell down. Eves looking. Shot Boyle. That one bounced off the side of the net. Parise is trying to find the puck. Shot from the point. Alberts. That one gets blocked out deep. Wow.
Great block by Travis Zajac.
He's put the body down in front of it with a 6-2 lead.
Or they all do.
Now Boyle goes to the front of the net. They back it in. Shot. Parise covers. Boyle slams at it and then takes a shot from Snyder. Andy Snyder didn't like the second whack Boyle took at his goaltender.
You know, I almost think that if Boston College had played with as much spunk early in this game, they might be in it now. But it's spunk too late.
Yep. 2 more penalties are going to be called. Boyle's going to go. You got Smamey, Green, and Snyder now all in the penalty box.
Three defensemen.
Three defensemen for the Sioux. 25 seconds left on this power play for the Eagles. And it's easily cleared out of the zone by McMahon. 5:11 left to go. The East region that close to having its representative going, and it will not be the #1 seed in the East, Boston College. It'll be the Fighting Sioux in North Dakota, seeded #2 here in the East region. 5:04 remaining on the clock. They started early and they have not let up. Snyder got the roughing, Boyle the roughing, both coming at 14:46.
And boy, have they really gotten contributions from everybody. Last night it was Colby Genoway that led the way offensively for North Dakota. Rory McMahon got into the act. And tonight the youngsters started it. Travis Zajac, Drew Stafford, Chris Porter's got a couple. I mean, Brian Kennedy, they've really spread it around.
This team has, as most of the teams that are so impressive at this time of the year, have depth. They're able to spread it out. Boy, the Eagles have felt that. 2-on-1 the other way. Murphy in. Murphy drops it. Collins shot. Scores!
Nice execution on a 3-on-1. The defenseman on a 3-on-1 can't take away all of the passes. The one that he wants to take away is the cross ice pass, and he did that. You want to take away the cross ice pass so that it's the drop pass that happens. Then you're still in the play as a defenseman for a shot block or a screen. In this case, that's all that Jordan Parise ended up with, was a screen in front of him. But well executed by the Boston College Eagles, make it 6-3.
Collins gets a goal. 4:30 remaining to go. That is going to be an icing call, and Boston College will get an offensive draw with 4:27 remaining. Chris Collins, the junior, comes away with the goal. It's his second tonight, his 9th of the year at 15:23. But he knows it's not nearly enough. Got to continue to pump here. Face off. Murphy took it. It'll be won by Zajac. And again cleared and again not touched. And this is going to be another icing call. And another face off down on the Boston College offensive end. Murphy and Adams getting an assist on that last goal for Dave Haxtell's team.
And this will be North Dakota's 20th NCAA tournament appearance. It will be Dave Haxtell's first as a head coach. Former captain of the Fighting Sioux from 1990 to 92 and an assistant under Dean Blaze. But his first year behind the bench as a head coach in NCAA Division I hockey, and Dave Haxtell's going to the Frozen Four.
They only finished a game above 500 in the conference in the WCHA. That's what Bill was talking about earlier, how the question of whether or not they would make it into the NCAA playoffs at all was an issue, because they did struggle and they had to go with an at-large berth that they got. But they may be playing their best hockey of the year right now.
Sure have looked good to me, I'll tell you that. They're
Very
big,
strong.
they're strong, they're aggressive, but they haven't broken down. I mean, there's a double-edged sword. You can be so aggressive against good puck handling teams that they can pick you apart if you're, well, if you don't use common sense when you're trying to be aggressive. You've got to skate in the right lanes. You've got to make sure that you don't end up marooned someplace with nobody there to help you. But I don't know. They've been a pretty complete team to me, Gary. I don't know about you. And Jordan Parise looks like he's in the zone too. Yeah, he's got 3 goals against him. Big deal. He's not going to let that worry him.
The thing they've been able to do is score goals here in this East region. That was their problem. They averaged 2.98 a game. But here in this region, they got the 4-0 shutout last night against Boston University, and now they picked up 6 goals in this game against Boston College. We're at 5-on-5 hockey with 3:27 left to go. Genoway kicked it away in the corner. Porter came over. He's got it in the skates. Eaves is on his back. Looking into the middle on the cut shot, deflected up and into the seats. Oh, that came all the way over to the side after Rory McMahon got a stick on it. 3:14, a 3-goal lead for the Sioux.
Off on their way to the Frozen Four. One of the big reasons they are advancing, check this out, they killed all 18 power plays they faced here at the East Regionals. 10 yesterday against Boston University and 8 here against Boston College tonight.
They were 14th in the nation in that department. Parise on the save as Boyle wound up to take it. So their penalty killing unit has made an enormous difference in these games. Plus, of course, the fact this team's been able to get on top in games early, so they've not had to play from behind. That's allowed them to really go at it defensively, worry about that first with the 2-goal leads or 3-goal leads they've had in these games.
They had to kill 5 of the 8 penalties without their top penalty killing defenseman and captain Matt Green, because he was the guy that was in the box.
Yeah. Porter cleared that one out. Adams came back for Boston College to get it. Boyle on the right side on the return pass. Havern with him, came back to the point. O'Hanley. O'Hanley a shot. That one got blocked. They've done a lot of that too. Matt getting the stick down. Matt Green blocking that. Green back in behind the net. He'll take the hit. Trying to find a way out. Havern had pinned him up. Good play by Havern on the forecheck to free the puck up. Smaby will come back. Smaby off the near sideboards. Clock keeps ticking. Smaby up. O'Hanley stepped in, blocked it off Porter. Boyle puts the hit on. Still in the zone here, but Boston College not doing anything with it. Adams knocks it away. Both teams changing. Perfect up the near side, dumped it in, and that'll be whistled on the icing call again. And we'll stop the clock at 2:02. You get very frustrated playing against this Fighting Sioux team, because when they have the lead, they can work around the wall, work that puck around the wall time after time, reversing direction. Corey Snyder knows all about that. The starting goaltender now on the bench for Boston College, having given up the 6 goals, the career high on the 22 shots taken. Giada face-off win. Brennan's shot wide. Rebound shot covered and held on to Murphy, and now it gets a little rough. Parise made the save on Murphy's shot. Perpik's going at it with Murphy. We'll have some more penalties here. Fighting not permitted in college hockey.
It does happen, however, now and again. It just means
you're out.
You're out. It's not really permitted in the NHL either. It's just that it is followed by a smaller punishment than college hockey.
That's right. The #1 team in the nation in Division I college hockey, Boston College.
And really have not looked like it. They did not look like it yesterday against Mercyhurst, and that's not to take anything away from the Mercyhurst Lakers, who put up a tremendous battle against Boston College. But I didn't think Boston College looked like a team that was as confident as a top-ranked team should be. And here they fell behind early and almost looked like they had the jitters early.
Matt Jones reversing direction to the near side. Down to 1:37 left to go here. Matching Miners picked up again. Collins slashing, Murphy roughing. It's going to result in a power play because Perpik also gets one for roughing. So North Dakota's got an advantage here with 1:22 left to go. They aren't worried about scoring. They are worried about just keeping that clock running. Here on the near side. On the boards, he said. Stafford's got it. In shot, save made. Keltiainen hauls that one in on Stafford with 1:06 on the clock.
Matty Keltiainen's been on the ice longer than I thought he would be, because the game has just crawled along here for the last 10 or 15 minutes. I think Keltiainen, time-wise, has been in about 15 minutes. Only about 4 or 5 minutes hockey-wise, at least on the clock here.
McMahon wins the draw back to Green. Power play still for the Sioux. Porter. 1 minute left to go. Here on the far side. McMahon will pick that one up and send it a little bit deeper. North Dakota's going to advance to the Frozen Four, and they'll do it by knocking off the #1 team in Division I. Green sends it in. They clear the zone. There'll be no whistle. Alberts dumped it off the near side, intended for Eves, sent back Chenaway, knocked away from Porter. 32 seconds remaining. That was brought in offside as Nick Fuhr could not get over that line in time to hold the puck in.
So the three Boston area Division I schools that were in the roster of 16 teams in the NCAA tournament are all going down. Harvard has already lost. BU lost yesterday, and Boston College is going to go down here to North Dakota.
We go a little further north. Maine losing in overtime in their game out of Hockey East. Sent in behind the net. They coming back to get it. Maybe on the near side, had it knocked away. Mason, he'll just dump that one in deeper. Under 10 seconds left to go. Well, congratulations to the Fighting Sioux. They have earned it. They had a big weekend here in the East, and they beat BC 6-3. They handled it so easily, it's even a little hard for them to go out there with any great amount of emotion, as they've dominated this game.
What an excellent job by Dave Haxtell. I mentioned earlier in the game that he stayed the course halfway through the season. When he was under the gun and under fire, his team was hurting. They just weren't playing well. Well, they stayed the course, and little by little have gathered enough momentum to look like a team that absolutely deserves to be going to the Frozen Four, which they are.
So their season will continue, and for the seniors of Boston College, their careers will come to a close here tonight, and they have had obviously some tremendous years for the seniors at BC, including this year taking that #1 spot in the nation. We'll come back. The final score, North Dakota 6, Boston College 3. MVP of the East Region, the goaltender for North Dakota, Jordan Parise, had 62 saves on 65 shots. They win this one 6-3. North Dakota advances to the 2005 Frozen Four. They'll play the winner of the Cornell-Minnesota game coming up tomorrow. This has been a presentation of the ESPN Regional Television, distributed by ESPN Syndication. For Bill Clement and all of our crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks for being with us so long from Worcester.